Hey everybody, how y'all doing this evening? I am doing pretty good, honey. This has been a busy day trying to get ready for this show. I've been trying to get ready for this show, yeah, since last night. It normally don't take me that long, but this one, I'm I'm still not ready. But we're gonna go with what we got. So let me tell y'all something. My name is Kiki Loves Nigeria, and I am the host of this show. And on this show, we talk about anything and everything that impacts your repatriation journey. Okay? So we talk about that because several women have passed away, middle aged elderly women have passed away after relocating to West Africa. Several women, even men, have lost their entire life savings after being involved romantically with a West African. And I'm not saying it's just in West Africa, because as you see, we're not talking about West Africa tonight, honey. We're talking about East Africa. And it looked like we're going to be in East Africa for a minute. I cannot believe what goes on in East Africa. It is mind boggling. Now, first, I want to say, because these crimes are so heinous, that these are alleged because the person has not been convicted by a court of law yet. Okay? So until then, we're going to say that these are alleged. And these crimes are alleged by victims. Now, these victims, they're not just talking, they have proof. Okay? They have what I get from Whitney Houston calls receipts. And no, they don't just have receipts, they have their receipts have receipts, like Alexis Fowler says. Yeah. So we're not just talking about people who are just talking and gossiping. Because see, gossiping, it's not, it doesn't have, it's not factual. These things that I'm hearing about, Mark Meets Africa and T3 and Me, these things are factual. And let me define factual, because you'd be surprised how many people don't even know what a fact is. All right? A fact can be proven. So a fact can be traced back to either a text, which means it's in writing, like emails, which are primary sources, and receipts, like where I send you money on Cash App. Those are primary sources, and they can be traced back to you. And those can be presented as evidence in a court of law. So that's why we only use primary sources on Kiki Loves Nigeria. We don't use secondary sources, and we surely don't use third source. I can't say the word because you know what's going on, but it's third when you use a third party source. We don't use any of that on this channel. Oh no. Oh no. We only use primary sources, which means either I have an email where the person is telling me, and the person can prove it because, like I said, they have either bank statements or they have where they've sent this person money. All right. So that's what we do over here. We take primary sources and we present them to the people. We present them to the people and we let you decide. We let you decide. You know, I'm going to give my opinion. Of course, I'm going to give my opinion. But you are going to decide. Because this channel is here to bring awareness. To bring awareness. Because the ultimate goal is I want you to be safe. I don't want you not to go to Africa. I want you to be safe. I want you to have fun and I want you to come back. I've been to Africa 14 times and I've never invested, not once. And I've had a great time every time. So, all this investing and taking everything these people got, I don't get that. I don't get that, but I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to feel what these people have felt who have given Mark Meets Africa and T3 and Me everything they have. And these are elderly people, y'all. And some of them are disabled. Because guess what? They were presenting these communities, allegedly. This is what the victims are telling me. So the victims are telling me I'm presenting their story. Okay? These people can write me. T3 can write me and tell me his side of the story, but they can't come on my channel because this channel, we are intellectuals over here. We don't get down and dirty and roll around in the mud. We don't do that over here. We can if we have to, but we don't like to. So when they came on my channel being disrespectful to somebody in the chat, no, you wore out your, as my grandma say, you wore out your welcome. So if these out, you can always tell your side of the story in an email, and I'll present it to the audience. But right now, all I have is the allegations. I have the victim side of the story, and I have your videos, which again are primary sources. So what they're telling me can easily be traceable, easily. So if they tell me, let me give you an example. If they say, "Oh, Kiki, I sent Mark 6,000. This is an example. $6,000 on February 14th, Valentine's Day. And I noticed around February 16th, Mark is spending heavily and Mark is traveling all over. Then that's more proof, along with the person's receipt. There's something's going on. This person has got an influx of money. Where did it come from? Is it probable that it came from this person who has a receipt saying that they sent them this money on such and such date? Yeah, probably. hmm hmm So see, that's how you got to connect the dots around here. You got to follow the money. That's how I was trained in school, to follow the money. So if you think I just woke up one day and knew how to do this, no, I was trained how to do this. To catch fraudsters, yeah, to catch people who steal other people's money. So that's what we're doing on here. And what do we do? What do we follow? We follow what is called the fraud triangle. Because again, this is not about what I think and what I feel. This is about what we can prove. And there's something called a fraud triangle that lets you know what are the chances of this? What is the probability that this person is probably scamming? We also go by that on this channel. So we don't sit up and gossip and spread rumors. We don't have to. The truth is crazier enough. It's crazy enough. So again, I am Kiki Loves Nigeria. This is Kiki Loves Nigeria. Welcome to our show, because again, the community decides what we talk about. The community decides what is important, and I just present the information. That's why you will not come on here and disrespect anybody, especially in the chat. Especially in the chat. So now that we've got that clear, you can come on and you can, but not T3 and me. No, I don't wallow in the mud. And from what I've seen, these people wallow in the mud, in my humble opinion. So, again, I told you where we get our sources from. We get them from primary sources. Tonight, we are presenting some receipts. I'm going to let the fact with these people and with all the people I do. Y'all know me. I let the facts speak for themselves. That's how I was trained at the universities that I went to. No, nobody cares about what you think or what you feel. You can add that at the end. Yeah, you can throw that in. But they want to know, what can you prove? What can you prove, Kiki? And that's what they showed me how to do. Now, that's what we do on here. We present facts. A text or image supports what the person is saying. All right, that's a fact. Now, if these people think these people are lying on them, then they need to go to court and they need to take them to court for defamation. And they need to explain to the court how they got these documents, these videos, these receipts, bank receipts, cash app receipts, where they sent you all this money and you've made all these promises and you have not kept those promises. They have all of that. So you need, if you think they're lying, T3 and Me and Mark Meets Africa, then I suggest you take them to court because they're surely taking you to court, T3 and Me, and I have the documents to prove it. So I don't know why you're saying you're not in a court case, because you are. You are. I don't know why these people do what they do. But in my humble opinion, these aren't people. No, no. There are beings, y'all, that live inside people. They look like people, they walk like people, but there's no heart in them. The heart is cold. There's no heart. They don't feel anything. They don't care. They can pretend like they care, but they really don't care about you. All they want is what they can get from you. These are evil spirits that dwell amongst us. And you all need to realize that you're going to run into people that aren't even real. These are evil spirits who are cloaking as people and speaking everything about God, God this, God that. God warned us. He warned us that this day would come and these type of people would be amongst us. And they are. One of the ladies we're going to talk about, y'all, I'm not using her real name. Mr. Earl Grey, I'm going to use his real name because from what the receipts that I've gotten, Mark Meets Africa has slandered this. T3 and Me's favorite word, slander. That must be their word for the week. So he has slandered this man's name up one side and down the other. hmm So we'll use his name. But all these other victims, we're not using their name because these people use bully and intimidation tactics to put these people into submission. These are older people. You know, older people don't want no drama. Well, you know, my older people in my family, they ain't care about that. But some older people, they don't be wanting no drama. You know, they, especially in Africa, and they part of the Hebrew Israelites. You know, they're peaceful people. They're not for this. So they're not looking for no drama. So when you come at them about it, most of them go back down. They're gonna back down and they're gonna leave that whatever they got and go back or go away. And then what happens to the land? Do they get it back? Does it go back to T3 and Me and they resell it to someone else? This is what I'm hearing. These people are fearful. And after what we've seen on the news in Nashville, Tennessee, they have a right to be fearful. They have a right to be fearful. So, That's what we're doing tonight. We're talking about Mark Meets Africa, and we're going to meet Mr. Earl Grey. All right. Then we're going to go to T3 and Me. So I'm going to do both of them at the same time because it's pretty much the same type of people. Okay. Beings. These are the same beings. They belong to the same spiritual club. Okay. So we're going to do them at the same time. I'm going to talk about Mark Meets Africa, and then I'm going to move to T3 and Me. Because, see, each one of these victims, they deserve for their voice to be heard. If they took the time to write me and send me all these receipts, I'm going to take the time to tell you about each and every one of them. Each and every one of them. And this is what? April? All I can say is just sit back and enjoy the ride. Because it's going to be a bumpy one. Because when you hear these things, they're going to upset you. They're going to disturb your soul. Now, let's start with fair use. Oh, stop, Kiyomi, so I can introduce you to Mr. Gray. Because, see, I'm thinking Mr. Gray is this. Hold on, y'all. I've got to make sure I'm on my script. And I don't know what my dog barking at. But I kind of, I'm thinking Mr. Gray is this evil person. These people are thinking Mr. Gray is this evil person. But not according to the receipts. Mr. Gray is not an evil person. He is not an evil person at all. Like I said, he was another victim. He was another victim. So let me get my script and make sure I did everything I'm supposed to do. Let's put fair use up here because I got to show other people's content. Now, the reason I do that is because I believe that when you learn, okay, I like to teach you with all 5 of your senses. If I could teach you what scamming tastes like, I would do that. But I can describe what scamming feels like. So you can hear me say what scamming feels like. But then, more importantly, you can see it when I use the videos of people who've been alleged of being scammers. So that's why it's very important that I use other people's content. Because again, this channel is clearly for educational purposes only. We're not here to bash people. We're not here to bring people down. We're here to tell the truth and shame the devil. And educate our people in the process and bring awareness by using what? The truth. Because what my grandma always said is know the truth. And the truth shall do what? It shall set you free. All right. Free from this fear of missing out on buying land in Africa. Free from this fear of I gotta get this land or something's gonna happen. Fear of all that. You'll be set free of all of that. And you won't be giving these people access to your life savings. All right. So let's read this so we can get this party started. The content on Kiki Loves Nigeria may contain copyrighted content, not authorized for use by the owner. However, no copyright infringement is intended. Copyright material used on this channel falls under Fair Use, Section 107, Copyright Act of 1976, which states copyrighted material can be used for education, research, teaching, and commentary purposes, which is the explicit goal of Kiki Loves Nigeria. The views expressed on this channel The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on Kiki Loves Nigeria belong solely to the author and not necessarily to the community, the host, or to the channel in general. All right, now let's get up here and try to get some of these comments before we go to our first video. Now, the first thing, Life Without Limits says hello. Hey, Edra. Hey, Miss Greek. How y'all doing? Hey, Brown Eyes. Now, for the people watching, y'all see T3 and me. You see how we come into our house? We don't come in here rowdy, rowdy, bowdy, bowdy. We say hello. We greet each other. Hi, Brown Eyes. Hey, Golden Heart. How you doing? Wait a minute. These people, StreamYard artists, they are a trip, y'all. They got all this. Okay, y'all, my referral link is in the comment section. So if you are thinking about doing live sessions to boost your channel views and subscribers, please use StreamYard. Because if you use StreamYard, if you use my little link, referral link, you get $10 off. All right, so okay, StreamYard, I did it. Okay, thank you. Hey, Brother Robert, how you doing? Hey, London Lady, she's saying hello to everybody. Kung Fu Fanta is saying, there is a Kenyan YouTube, I Am Mara, is doing the same thing to both Americans, especially Caribbeans, allegedly. You know, people have been telling me about him, but I've tried. I really have tried to talk about him, but it's hard for me to figure out what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I know something is sinister is going on because I can't understand why middle-aged and senior people would be giving this much money to a man with his 20-something-year-old girlfriend while they travel all over and live lavishly in the village. You know, and then I hear that a lot of these older women are with these village people in this village, these young men in this village. But it's hard for me to understand because the people have accents that I don't understand, number one. And number two, it's a lot. So if somebody could break it all down to me or where to start, then maybe I could do it. But Kung Fu Fanta, if you could tell me what's going on and where to start, then maybe we could do that. I would love to do it, but I need help because I don't know nothing about that show. I don't know anything about him, and it's too hard to figure him out. And his mother, I just know something's going on there. The Benjamins. Hey, the Benjamins. How you doing? All right, Susan. How you doing? All right, London Lady is saying hi. Everybody's greeting everybody. See how this is called manners. This is what you do when you come over somebody's house. T3 and me. You don't just kick down a door and call somebody a liar. But of course you're liars because you lied on me. That's how I know that this T3 and me people, that they're liars. Because if they lied on something as simple as what happened last week in that video, when everybody can clearly go back and see how long it took them to respond. And then they said, oh, we were reading through the comments and we figured out she wasn't talking to us. You didn't have to read through the comments to know that I thought you were talking to me because I asked you. I said, are you talking to me? Who are you talking to? But you continue to talk. You continue to disrespect the person in the chat. So if they would lie about what happened with me and them, and that's something so small, y'all, that let me know these people, in my professional and personal opinion, these people are habitual liars, and they twist the truth. Now, Mark, that's different. Oh, y'all must be talking. Americans don't have the right to sell. No, they don't. To sell African land. That's a red flag there. That's why I'm telling you. As soon as they tell you I'm selling land, you should know that's a scam. Because foreigners can't do that. I don't know about Tanzania law because I haven't been paying attention. I don't know. I'm not gonna say I haven't been paying attention. I don't know. I haven't even researched it. But I'm going to. Probably by next week I'm gonna know for sure because I'm gonna move more into T3 and me. Right now I'm just introducing these people. After their shenanigans last week, I knew where there was smoke, there was fire. And they came on here with plenty of smoke. And everybody know Kiki wants the smoke. Yeah. Kiki wants the smoke. So they came over here with all the smoke. So I'm like, oh, you come with this much smoke? It means there must be fire. So that's when I decided I'm really gonna check these people out. And then that's when I started getting all these receipts, and I know it's true. I know it's, and let me stand corrected, because we're professional over here. Let me stand corrected. In my humble opinion, I believe it's true from the receipts, and I'm basing my factual analysis on what I've seen, and what I've heard. Receipts, texts, and images, better known as facts. So I'm not basing this on what I think and what I feel. I am so glad that you and O'Shea are exposing these scammers. Hey, how you been, Joanna? Yeah, because this is unbelievable. They're everywhere. I'm thinking they're just in Ghana and Gambia. Oh no, honey, no. They're everywhere. And if you don't stay on them, if you don't know that they don't realize that we're going to bring them to the community and let the community know what they're doing, and they're going to have to come explain themselves to the community. And also, you people need to take them to court. These things are illegal. Once they realize people will take them to court and they will get these public shamings and these public exposés, they will stop. But right now, they can bully people into submission. And look who their targets are: elderly, sometimes sickly, elderly people, telling them this is going to be a community where we'll take care of you, where people will check in on you, where you'll have like nurses and doctors, like a retirement community. This is how they're selling it to these people, y'all. This is why these people at this age range, this older age, is falling for this. Dr. Robert, you absolutely don't know Kiki Loves Nigeria this is an educational podcast with evidence that T3 and me, yes, I'm going to present it. Mr. Robert likes them. So he really likes them. So I understand where he's coming from. But I'm sorry. I'm going to, and you know I'm going to bring it. Yeah, I'm going to bring it. Yes, and I'm going to bring it hard. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know that song? I just keep hearing Tupac in my head saying, "Come on, bring it. Come on, bring it." Yeah, and I'm gonna bring it. And it's not gonna be what I think and what I feel. These are gonna be receipts. I got an inbox full of them, and a WhatsApp, whatever you call that thing on WhatsApp, full of them. And I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna take my time. I sure am. I'm gonna take my time. If Kiki is saying it, they are who she says they are. Because you know what? I don't have to lie. And I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. And y'all know that. If it's true, it's true. I've got so much information on T3 and me. They are probably about as worse as bad. Black Acres of the Gambia. They might even be worse than Black Acres of the Gambia. Because Black Acres of the Gambia wasn't saying, I'm going to give me your, well, no, they did. They lied. They did say they was going to build us a community where we could come and live. when we got tired of being here. So this community lie, it must be part of this Pan-African movement because this lie floats amongst all of them. Oh, y'all, I done got out of, wait, hold on. I done got past where I'm supposed to be. T3 and his wife had an acre in Tanzania, and that's the only reason why they're still there. So they give them citizenship if they're born there? Do they give them citizenship? Do they become Tanzanians? Is that what they get or something? I don't. So what was the benefit of that? So many channels picked up on Mark Meets Africa and went totally black. What do you mean they went totally black? Oh, did that say blank? I think that was blank. Let me go back here. No, it said black. Oh, Kiyomi, stop. The right. Stop, Kiyomi. The right to remain silent. Who has the right to remain silent? Hey, chill, Neil. Who has the right to remain silent? Who has that? Everybody has the right to remain silent. You are right. Receipts will be, yeah, they sure will. Just be patient. Sit back, take your shoes off, and enjoy yourself. Because I'm about to teach you something new. And we're going to have fun while we're doing it. All right? So Goldenheart says T3 and his wife had anchor babies in Tanzania. And that's the only reason why they're still there. Because they do not have friendly visa laws. Okay, but does the baby make them, what does the baby give them? What privilege does that give them? Like, does it give them something that they didn't have before? Oh, hey, O'Shea, how you doing? Thank you, O'Shea. Thank you so much. Uh, the Shalom Posse is doing all the scams. Who's the Shalom Posse? Tell us who the Shalom Posse is. Because, see, I was told, if you're talking about Rick Fletcher, that's going to come up tonight too, O'Shea. Well, you tell me who they are, okay? And I'm going to see if we got the same information, which we probably do. Because, see, they've been sending the information to me and O'Shea, okay? And then there's another person, because when I get off of here, I'm about to send it to a third person, y'all. They've contacted me. They want to know. I'm going to send them everything I got. And then I'm going to give y'all their information so y'all can contact them also. You send it to all three of us so we all can get the story out. Yeah. Because this got to stop. Africa ain't it's not like this. It's not supposed to be like this. You know, it ain't like this at all. What are anchor babies? Sorry, I mean, to hold them in the country, you know, like the tether babies that we call here. But I'm trying to think, do they get any, does that, is that in their immigration law that if you have a baby there, that the baby becomes a Tanzanian citizen? That has to be, you know, in their laws. That you can't just think that's going to happen. So, see, look, see how nice we are over here? Don't come over here disrespecting us. And did y'all see that little receipt they call themselves showing of the conversation? It was so funny how y'all was just going in on them. Just going in on them. And I'm like, oh, this is their proof? I'm going to show y'all next week because I'm going to show you how they lie. And if you lie about something that simple, you'll lie about something big. Okay? You'll lie about something big. So the little receipts they showing, y'all was on here clowning them. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, and you use this for evidence? Okay. They clowned y'all. So don't come over here disrespecting because you're going to get it right back. And then you're not going to like it. You're going to be all offended and start calling us names. Citizenship by a baby being born on foreign soil. Thank you, team member. Who is your friend? Okay, Miss Greek is saying, who is your friend? The scammers? What do you mean about visas? Okay, so you're talking. Okay, the Benjamin said, then we're going to get to the first video. All right? I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Oral Grey. Oral Grey, because his name was dragged through the mud. And I was about to get Mr. Gray. I was about to get him good. But he wrote me. hmm He wrote me. He's a very nice man from the conversations that I detect. I don't detect from I'm gonna let y'all hear it though. I bet Mark is a middleman, pretending is a middle-aged man. You know what, the Benjamins? Oh wow. Benjamins, do you know what? Do you know the other day? See, when I was going to the Christian Crusades when I was little, they taught us how to listen to our inner voice, right? So I listen to my inner voice, especially when I want to know about people. So, do you know I was listening to my inner voice? And do you know it said the same thing? It said Mark is not in his 20s. He's pretending to be in his 20s. That's an old, grown man. And I'm like, what? Yes, same thing. But he looks young. Yes, because y'all know black don't crack. Y'all know that. Y'all know black don't crack. Y'all know if you take care of yourself and if you have those genes in your family, plus you take care of yourself, plus you don't live no rough life. Yeah, I was in my late 20s and they were still asking me for ID at the club. I was in my middle 30s still asking me for ID at the club. I was almost 40 still asking me for ID at the club. Well, that was going to the African club then. Because the African clubs are not like our American clubs. They're much different. They're more like social gatherings where you sit, you talk, you have your little drinks, you watch people dance. Well, you don't watch people dance, you dance. You dance, you eat food. They're like social gatherings. So, yes, I had that same feeling, like thought came to my mind. So, something might be to that. Because we don't know nothing about him. Did anyone see the video about the white man here in America accusing the family members of the president of Gambia, Adam Barrow, of scamming him? No, where's it at, Chanel? Send it to me. But I ain't talking about that. Girl, no. And we ain't talking about that. I don't talk about the government. Oh, no. Mm-mm. I got a master's in the government. I know very well. I don't talk about them. So no, I don't even want the video. Don't even send me the video. We don't talk about politics on this channel, and we don't talk about governments, and we don't talk about presidents of Africa on this here channel. No, ma'am. No, sorry. No, we don't. No, no, no. I talk about my own people. That's it. That's enough. I haven't, okay. So, no, I don't talk about the government. I do not do that. That's one thing I don't do. If you notice, I don't even talk about my own government. I don't. I don't talk about that stuff. But thank you for bringing that to our awareness. For those who want to go look it up, please feel free to do so. You think he's going to try to do something damage control with the video or abandon that channel? He had like 21,000 subscribers. I thought he had more than that. I don't know what Mark is going to do, but Mark needs to be in court. From what I've gotten on him, he needs to be in court because these voice clips I'm about to play, y'all, it sounds like he planned all of this. He knew what he was about to do. He was selling land and his business wasn't even registered, but he wasn't telling these people that. He was presenting this community, this echo, and it's always an echo village. You notice T3 and me and him, same thing. Echo community, bag, Black Acres, way over in Africa, in West Africa, talking the same thing. It must be a doctrine. It must be some type of philosophy, something. Because how could all these people have the same story? An anchor baby, okay, we said that. So the parents can stay. But is that the law in Tanzania? Is that the immigration law? That's what we need to know. You used widely, they talking about something else, y'all. The anchor baby term. Hey, African goddess, thank you, sweetie. Uh, okay, so that's what they talking about. Quit defending junior pimps. What? Oh, it's going to be a live one tonight. Quit defending junior pimps. You know they don't have anything to show for those thousands of dollars. If they built something, it would be on their channel. No lie. Just like O'Shea pointed out, you sitting outside in the rain filming. You're sitting outside in the rain. If you had this big, beautiful mansion, you would be inside. Where's this money? And I'm talking about T3 and me on there, right there. Because it is. You can follow the money very easy on their YouTube channels. Very easily. And that's what the government would do. That's what any legal entity would do. They're just going to go click them videos and say, oh. And then they'll see my video and they'll be like, oh, Kiki done it all for us. Let's just watch her video. Mark the Menace isn't he is not a Hebrew-like. No, he is not. I think he likes to pretend like he's a Hebrew-like, but he's not. Hey, chosen one, how you doing? You better stop. Wait, let me put that up here. Oh, you better strap all the way up. Oh, Lord, let me take that down. That wasn't for me to read. And what are you talking about? No, I don't want to know what you're talking about. I take that back. I don't want to know. That's you talking to O'Shea. You're not talking to me. African goddess, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Okay. Hey, everybody, yes, please press the like button. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share the video. Help us get this message out. Oh my God, 3 people have shared the video already. Keep sharing the video. Last week, we had 13 shares. So everybody know how T3 and his woman came on here acting last week. So there's no reason to even lie. Yes, they're lurking. They want to know what I got. They want to know. I sure hope all of this, Mark, is a misunderstanding. I think he is responsible, but not cope. Okay, dude, you say that every week. Can you think of something else to say? Look, that's what they made me do, y'all. StreamYard did that and was like, are you going to click the link? Hello, Mr. Johnson. All right, now, so the first thing we're going to look at is there is a video. All right, now this is video after we get off of here tonight. After we get off of here tonight, I'm going to redo this video and make it like I'm going to make it like hold on, y'all. I'm going to make the video. Hold on, I'm trying to copy the link so y'all can see it too. Here it is. Okay, so I'm going to make it into a real video. Right now, it's just raw, like receipts. So you're going to hear like me talking, and you're hearing like me stop talking. All of a sudden, you're going to hear me like stop talking. So I'm going to go past that because me and Mr. Gray had like a whole conversation. So I'm going to go past that. So I'm going to fix it after we get off of here so you guys can go back and listen to it. Oh, thank you, Chat Lives Matter. Okay, so more people are coming into the chat. Hey, Crypto Walk, how you doing? Good evening. Hey, Deborah, how you been? Jay Saunders, Mark's been quiet. Yeah, he want to know what I got. They want to know what I got. They want to sit back. They're sitting. I'm telling you what they're doing. They're sitting back and they want to know what I have. They want to know what does she have. Because they know I got something. Yeah, they know I got something. So they want to know exactly what. Okay. So y'all still talking to each other. I'm trying to get, because y'all last week, do y'all know there was 3,000 chats, comments on that video? That's why I couldn't keep up. And they talking about she couldn't read, she wasn't reading the comments. Lady, I had 3,500 chats on that video. Did you seriously think I can read all the comments? Miss Melanated Matador says, to work as an international real estate agent, you typically need a certified international property specialist. Yes, designation from the National Association of Realtors as an American. Now he claims he was a real estate agent in America. He claims he was that. So he should know that. He should have all these documents and he should present them to you all, especially under all these allegations. He should present them on his community tab. Yes. Because if he, again, and on top of all of this, you got to have a license to do all of this in Tanzania. So you can't just wake up one day like these YouTube people think you can and just become, I'm selling land and I'm selling property. No. You got to go to school for this. The people think they can just wake up one day and this is just what it is. No. Those people are liars and cheaters, in my humble opinion. Miss, is it Chanel or is it Channel? Oh, my channel. My channel. Listen, the people who were scammed actually had the money to send. And since no one else spoke up in the past about him being a scammer, others got scammed in the future. Listen, the people who were scammed actually had the money to send. And since no one else spoke up in the past about him being a scammer, others got scammed in the future. Yes, you're right. People, but see, in all fairness though, I used to feel like that. But as I got older, I'm not gonna say older, as I matured, I realized that everybody won't speak up. That some people are scared to speak up. So they don't. So it's not fair for me to hold that against them or feel some type of way like, why didn't you say something? If you wouldn't have said something, if you would have said something, we wouldn't have got scammed. And it's true. A lot of people wouldn't have got scammed. But you can't really hold that against them because, again, some people just don't speak up. And that's what a lot of people were saying about the lady Jude Journey, that she should have said something. But this is a young lady. She had kids. She had just had a baby. She knew how threatening these people are. She knew how aggressive, intimidating they are. She probably didn't want any confrontations with them. And they the type that, like they said, they pop up. When they hear you saying their name, they pop up. There's no way he could guarantee those returns. It's about percent of bad deals. It's about making money off never finishing any project and not giving any money back and fleeing the country. Wow. And that's Mark Meets Africa because nobody knows where he is now. He's not responding. He's going to wait for the heat to die down. O'Shea out here acting like crime busters now. Kiki, you lit a fire. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I am so glad I lit the fire, y'all. I'm so glad because y'all know how long I've been over here striking matches. Y'all know how long we've been over here doing this here work. Y'all know we've been putting in work. We've been talking about these people for a while, for a long time. So I'm thankful to God. Hey, Joanna, thank you, sweetie. Thank you so much. Oh, I know you do. I know you do. But it's just good to see you. It really is. We are grilling. We are. Wait, hold on, y'all. What are y'all saying? We are grilling as we listen. Ooh, I bet it's gonna be good. Mm, I wish I could get some, eat some for me. When y'all bite into it, say, "This piece for you, Kiki." All right, let me get back up here because we got to get this party started, y'all. Yeah, yeah, I love Tupac. I really do. I really love Tupac Shakur. Mark's whole setup was bootleg. All business return numbers, all BS. Isn't that sad, y'all? Isn't that sad? So, oh, y'all got some good ones on here, though. I'm trying to get to them. Exactly. He is not about the individual scammer. He's about letting people know there is a whole community of repat scammers out there. Exactly. It's a whole community, y'all. A whole community. And y'all, they got a playbook and everything because the stuff they saying, I hear Daniel say, I hear Black Acre say. I'm like, oh, y'all almost got some kind of scam book. Okay, y'all ready for the tea? Y'all said, okay, Kiki, you've been on. Oh, it's been almost an hour, and I ain't put. Okay, oh, Mr. Robert, y'all listen. Maybe you're not lying, but you might be misunderstood. Misunderstood. Okay, standing misunderstanding them. Oh, yes, sir. We might be. Okay, y'all. He said we might be misunderstanding him. Okay, so y'all leave Mr. Robert alone. Okay. Um, T3 and me. Wife looks like Nico from the. I don't know who that is. Yeah, and I don't care how that woman looks. I care more about. Oh my God! I know. I just now realized who you were talking about. I saw the vision in my head. Y'all are wrong. And on that note, we are going to put the video on. Now, again, this video is Mr. Oral Gray. This is just a, this is. I have another video I'm going to make about him, like from the beginning, how I met him, how he contacted me and everything. That's going to be in the edited version. Remember, this is just a raw version, okay, of the data because I wanted you guys to hear it. I wanted to you guys to know that this is not true. All right, so hold on. Let me put this on. Again, this is Mr. Earl Gray. He contacted me about what Mark was saying, that he was the partner in crime, presenting him as he was his partner in crime, and that he was just as guilty as Mark. But I don't think that's the case. But I'm going to present it to you guys and let you all decide. All right. And again, this is Mr. Earl Gray, and he is what you guys thought was Mr. Mark's partner, because this ain't no boy, this a grown man. This a grown man, dog. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here we go.
This one goes through. The fourth or fifth time is a charm. So I met Mark through a sister called Maya. Maya has a Airbnb in Tanzania, and I stayed at one of her locations, which was a very nice location.
Okay, and I'm gonna make these bigger. Y'all can't see these really good because the app I normally work on, it wasn't working right, so I had to use another one. I didn't know how to use it properly, so I had to just get it together just to get it out here. So again, when I put this out for you guys this evening, after we get off of here, you'll be able to see the receipts really well, and it'll look much nicer. It'll sound
And she
nicer.
told me about this young man that seemed to have a good head on his shoulders. Um, he's trying to bring the diasporans together. He has a project where he he started a company called Merge, and he was trying to have like a community center, and so heard some good things about him through Maya, and then also Sister Sharon told me about him. Sister Sharon also invested some funds into his Merge project, and so they both told me about him at the time. He had a lot of things going on for him in a good way, so they told me about him, and I thought, wow, this is a person I wouldn't mind working with. So I asked if it's possible for me to meet him, and so Sister Sharon reached out to him, asked if it was okay for her to give his number to me, and he said yes. And I called him up, and we agreed to meet. We had lunch, and he told me about some of the ideas that he had. I thought he was a brilliant young man. And he told me he wanted to start an eco village in Wanza because he thinks Wanza would be better. It's not as saturated as Dar es Salaam. I thought it was a great idea, and so the next couple of months, this was in July when I met him. So between when I got back to the States in August, September, we were communicating almost every day on the phone. And he said he wanted to launch this idea. I said, you know what, I'm going to take this to Pastor Rick because Pastor Rick has a channel. So I spoke to Pastor Rick. He agreed to have us come on to talk about the Eco Village. And that's how the whole idea got started. Little did we know that the whole time when we
That's why people, in my opinion, think that Oral, Mr. Gray, was in on this scam all along, because when it was presented to the Pastor Rick, who's one of the nation, what is it? The Hebrew Israelites. When it was presented to him, he presented it, Rick Fletcher presented it to the people as if it was Mark and Oral together doing this. So this is why the people began to blame Oral just as much as they blamed Mark. This is what I think happened, okay?
as him and I was speaking, and he told me that he had the project put together and the property was secured, that it was not, it was all a lie. So that's pretty much a story about how we met. Okay, Miss Kiki, this is a recording from February 22nd of 2024 between myself and Mark. Question that I had another couple that I spoke to earlier today is so when are we gonna be when are they gonna be breaking ground? What's the story on that? And this is the question. I said, well, you guys are gonna have to ask Dr. Mark about that because I don't know the answer to that question, and it keeps coming up. And I gotta tell you, Mark, I gotta be honest with you, I don't feel comfortable pushing these people to purchase a home when I don't know when this groundbreaking is going to happen, or if this is going to happen, because I mean, in good conscience,
there's no question about that, but you still have to understand that there's a process. We just talked about this yesterday.
Now, how many times have we heard that lie, that excuse? It's the process. It's the process. What is Kenza babe telling her people? It's the process. What was Daniel telling his people? It's a process. You got to understand the process. You people don't understand the process. It's always a process. It's always the process. You got to pack your patience. All the same lie.
Understand, but I keep getting the same question over and over, and I don't know the answer. And I just don't want this to be like I don't want this to be a stalling tactic, or people start.
He said, "Oh, I don't believe he said that."
Thinking it's a stalling tactic. So this is what I'm saying, because
no, we don't want that. Well, okay, tell them like this. By the end of the month, we should have a solid answer for them, because that's the truth.
Okay, but I just want. It's just things have changed, Mark. It's like usually in the past, it's like, for instance, if you say, Oral, I'll call you back in 2 hours. Boom, you'd call me back in 2 hours. Now that doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I just got off the phone with other people.
I understand,
That's
Mark.
why I actually remembered to call you back.
Mark, I understand all that, but what I'm saying is when you develop a reputation of consistency and then your consistency changes, people notice it. And that's what I'm saying. It's changed.
But then people have to apply what's called understanding.
Mark,
because if you know a person to be consistent in one way and then they're not consistent, perhaps they're busier than expected.
Okay,
or
Mark.
Maybe they got other things going on, you know?
Mark.
You can't automatically assume the worst.
Okay, I'm not automatically assuming the worst.
I know you get that.
No, but let
again, if you've seen, and I know you know this, I'm not telling you anything, but you know if a person is consistent, like for instance, if Oral is a very consistent person, I've never had an issue out of him. He's sensible to talk to. Never had an issue getting him to do something that he's supposed to do. And then one day...
All right, hold on. I need to read this comment to y'all so y'all won't be ignorant. So you won't be dumb all your lives. T3 and me. Okay. Google says Tanzanian citizenship law grants citizenship by birth to individuals born within its borders. However, guess you didn't read that part. It's not absolute. The child must have at least one parent who's a Tanzanian. That's why I don't talk about the government. I ain't saying nothing. But that's why we're trying to reverse that law here. Because not many countries do that. So that's why I'm like, is that what it says in their constitution? Because if that's what it says in their constitution, a lot of people would be doing that. So no, it doesn't say that. So what was the point of having a baby there?
All of a sudden, no, but this streak, he's not the same Oral that I
Mark
consistently knew him to be. I wouldn't say, "Oh, Oral is different now." I'd say, "Oh, what's going on in Oral?"
But this is what. But Mark,
and I'd assume the best.
Mark,
that's what you do to people.
Mark,
who've been consistently good to you.
You see how he's not letting this man talk. See, this person to me is a real life, what I would call a narcissist. Okay, because that's how they do you. He's not letting him talk. He's flipping everything he's saying around. He's making him doubt what he's saying.
Mark,
or consistently good in what they do.
Mark, this is what I'm trying to explain to you.
Right? I'm not trying to say that there's an excuse, but at the same time, I mean...
But listen to what I'm saying, though. You got to listen to what I'm saying.
The side of the road.
You got to listen to what I'm saying. The consistency was there in the beginning, and now it's like, it's just... I feel like it's all over the place, and it's no consistency anymore. And then on top of it, I'm telling you how I'm feeling, Mark. Mark, listen to me. I'm telling you my feelings. I'm not saying it might be factual okay. I'm telling you how I'm feeling because it's plenty of time throughout the last 4 or 5 months that we were supposed to talk and we just never talk. And I was expecting for you to call. You never call. I call. And basically of lately, every time we were supposed to talk, I feel like I'm running after you, running you down to talk to you, running you down to talk to you. Like yesterday, I called you 3 times before I got you. I understand that you're busy, but here's the thing. On my side, it's a lot of people calling me and I don't have answers for them. And I would think that like typically, since we're working together, we'll set it some time and said, okay, you know what, Mark, Oral, you know, you and I need to talk and just kind of I'll get you abreast of what's going on. I get you caught up on what's going on. And then we can move forward. But I feel like I don't have any information. And then it's like the thing that really kind of bothered me, and like I'm telling you, this is just how I'm feeling, is when I call you and you're in another country here, you're in another country there, and then you're being so secretive about it. The thing is, I would feel more comfortable if I knew a little bit about what's going on with, and if you have other projects and you want to keep it hush hush, hey, that's all you. I understand. Okay, that's if you want to keep your stuff hush hush, I am not going to try to stop you and try to twist your arm for you to tell me what's going on. But when it comes to like the eco village, these people are really happy and they're looking forward to it. I don't want to hurt them in any way, man. This is my heart, and So as you can see, sis, this is the word salad that I have to deal with. And people often say a lot when they're not telling the truth. And this is what I kept having to go through with this man. And this is why I started suspecting that something wasn't right with him.
Yep. Okay, now this is the part I think I got to go to. See, that's what I mean. Yeah, let me go down here because this is us talking. And then let me go to 8 right here.
2024.
Hold on, y'all. Let me back up.
24. This is the continuation.
Actually, I'm going to pause and go get y'all comments because I want to see what y'all saying about this. I'm going to go down and get them and come back up. Okay, y'all? See the way he's over talking oral is something Mark doesn't allow people to hear. He does a lot in private that he won't do in public. His image. Exactly. Exactly. Because he don't act like that on those videos. The way he was talking to Oral, I couldn't believe it. And Oral was trying to be patient. That's because Oral's a professional in real life, y'all. He's a professional in real life, okay? And this man looked young. You know, he looked young. I thought he was Mark's age. I'm going to show y'all the picture. His picture, not on this. I don't think I have it on this video because my equipment was acting up. So when I do the video, I'm going to show y'all. I might can get it to y'all tonight, though. So he looks young, you know, but he's mature. You could tell this is a mature man. That's why when he was talking, I'm like, oh, no, this doesn't sound like a 30-something-year-old. This sounds like a grown man. So you could tell, and when he was telling me about his background, his professional background, you could tell this is just somebody who really believes in this movement. He wants to go back and help. He wants to do his role, his part. And Mark just basically exploited him from on that part. Okay. That's the part he just exploited him on. Mark is too much. I think he would have scraped. I'm sorry. Mark is too much. I think he would have snapped at Mark around the third time I asked him to listen to me. I would have too. No, I couldn't believe that. Please play it all the way through without commentary. That's not how we do it over here. We comment as we go. I'm going to make you a video. I just told you that. If I play it all the way through, that's 20 minutes. Okay? 20 minutes. I'm going to make you a video so you can go and listen without the commentary. I just told you that. So why don't you please pay attention? I know you're new. I know you're new. It's giving used car. Yes, Maurice, used car salesman. It was bad. At least JT paid just about everyone back. There may have been one or two people that sued him or he worked it out later. So, there you go. See, the way he's over talking oral is something Mark. Okay, we did that. So, Mark moving to Tanzania didn't make sense. He was just in his early 20s and complaining about America. I don't think he was, like we were saying, we don't think he was in his early 20s. We think he was older than that. He just happens to look young, and he shaved off his facial hairs. You know, men look young. They don't like having no facial hair. You know, men like to have facial hair. They like to have all because they look like a man. So Mark wants to look young. You know, he wants to look young. That's part of his role, the innocent person. You know, I'm young and innocent. That was part of the charade. But no, this is a grown person too, a grown man too. You listen to how he's talking on these tapes, how flippity fly his mouth is on this tape. Okay. See the way it's okay. I'm going backwards. I'm sorry. Business is trust and communication. Exactly. Mark is hiding out somewhere eating sandwiches. What? Mark is tired of pretending. Who sings? He sings irritated. You mean he sings irritated? All right, I agree with you. Okay. So now we're going to go back. It's a grown man hustler talking. Mark, that is. No way he's a teen or in his early 20s. No, they don't talk like that. They don't talk like that. Mm-mm. And remember, I don't know if y'all not from here, but in my state, in my city, we had two instances where there was a grown man who was in his late 20s, who enrolled in high school, who was pretending to be an African prince so he could date these little high school girls. Yeah, he was a grown man. And the school found out, and of course they arrested him. But this is not unheard of. People will do that. All right. Once the process becomes normal, it will all become acceptable. Yep. Team member, for clarity, a scammer is a person who has been scammed. A scammy. Oh, okay. You keep stopping the good part. Let it play. I just told you what I'm going to do. I told you before. We comment on the video. I'm going to let it play when I upload it, okay? Mark sounds sassy, ASF, and deserves all the pain coming his way. Yeah, I can't believe he was talking to that man like that. Mark sounds like a little agitated. He is, because Oral is asking him questions. Oral is holding him accountable. He don't like that. Lord, don't say stall tactic. My lawyer told me that 2 years ago. Oh no. Okay. All right, now let's go down here. Let me see if there's any more. Then I'll be back up. Sounds like, okay. So y'all talking to each other. All right, so let's go listen to what happened. No, they haven't told Mark's current location. Mark has a bone to pick with Earl for running off with his money and acting like, oh, a passport, bro. So you think, so you saying who ran off with the money? You saying Earl ran off with the money? What are you talking about? Yeah, what are you talking about? Aerial view sounds like the opposite is true after hearing the audio. Right. It don't, yeah, exactly. So what are you talking about? Where can I find the Earl Grey, his story video? I haven't uploaded it yet. Okay. Hey, y'all, wait. I'm going to upload it. Okay. Soon as we get off, I got to clean it up and I'm going to upload it. Okay. I'm going to upload all the receipts and this whole conversation. So will y'all calm down and relax? Calm down and relax. Receipts are coming. Take a breath. All right? It's only one of me. And I teach full time. I'm a teacher, okay? For those, y'all probably don't know, I'm not a YouTube person for real, okay? I just play one on the weekend. In real life, I'm a real teacher, okay? So I'm busy. I'm trying to stay on top of my YouTube job, so cut me some slack, okay? Video coming. I promise. Just give me time. Hold on, I gotta call. Yeah, this Chief Montana character. I wonder if he teaches that. It seems that many diaspora are following the curriculum of some type. Yes, it does. Who is Chief Montana? Excuse me, yeah. Chief Montana had a school, like a spiritual school in Atlanta. And a lot of these YouTube content creators, like what's her name? ES, Art Kathy, and many more, went to this school. And this school will teach you pretty much herbalism like T3 Me's wife. Okay. I'm not saying she is, I don't know, but most herbalists are witches. They're new age witches. So they go out, he taught them how to go out into the forest and how to make potions and medicine out of what you find in the forest. But ES got kicked out the school because she wouldn't pay attention and do what she was supposed to do. So this is the school, and then they leave here and they go out into Africa, into different countries. Now I believe ES was in Israel, uh, a Hebrew Israelite. I believe she was one of them. Okay, I can't remember right now, but I do believe she was. Okay, so they go to the school and then they go out and that's what they do. They go out and they do this little their little witchy stuff, pretty much. You know, they go out and they make medicines. They do fortune telling. You know, anything witchy, anything witchy, they try to do it. Okay, so when she says she's a witch, I mean, I'm sorry, when she says she's an herbalist, that's modern code word for I'm a witch. I make love spells. I make do you in spells. I make any kind of spells. Okay. I'm not saying that's what T3 and me's wife does, but people who are herbalists, modern day herbalists, that's what they do. And that's what they were doing at Chief Amechi School. I mean, Chief Montana. And Chief Amechi was a member. I guess he was a teacher there also. And he passed away. And that's a long story about what happened to him. Okay, hold on, y'all. I can't read it now. Hold on, y'all. Somebody's important is writing me, and I need to tell them I can't write it. I can't to write it if they want me to say something now because I can't read it. I mean, I can't listen because I'm talking to y'all. All right. So that's who Chief Amechi is. Chief Montana and Chief Amechi. So it sounds like they went to this same type of school. Because this school is just talking to what they got some type of philosophy and they all teaching the same thing. I told y'all, okay, I'm going backwards. I'm going to put the video out tonight. All right, y'all. So let me go down here. Is Earl Grey a Jamaican? I don't know. Let me ask him. I got but he had like a slight accent. But I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if it was a Canadian accent. Because, you know, some Canadians have a slight little accent. But he had a slight accent, but it wasn't, I don't know what he is for real. I should have asked, but honey, I couldn't believe the stuff I was hearing. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. And he said after I present the story, if y'all want him to come on here and talk, he would. Okay? So after we do this tonight, if y'all still want him to come on here and answer y'all questions, he said he would be willing to do that. All right. But isn't that Mark? Isn't that what Mark's saying? What is Mark saying? Oh, okay. Look, y'all. This is what he said. He said, I wanted you to know that I have no access to Merge's bank account. All the refunds that received, I'm sorry, not refunds. Listen, I wish they was refunds. All the funds that received went directly to Merge's bank account. So I had no access to the funds. Oh, he is Jamaican. How y'all know? Yes, I'm Jamaican. I grew up in New Jersey, though. How did y'all know? What made y'all suspect he was Jamaican? Oh, his accent. Y'all could hear it in his voice. Yes, that's what he said. He left me a message and said that. Okay, I forgot. You can use the transcript on here now. Okay, so he said he said he couldn't get y'all the money back because he didn't have access to the money. Only Mark, that money went straight to the account and Mark had access to that. No, Mark said he was from Las Vegas, honey. Hi, Diaspora Connect. You hit the nail on the head, Kiki. Yep. Sadly, the elders were bewitched by those who under. Wait, hold on. I can't see that. Sadly, the elders were bewitched by those who undeniably came who undeniably can be called witches by their confessions and practices. Yes, because these is what these modern day witches do. And it's a big thing, honey. All these little, they want to be witches now. It's a whole bunch. Even Black Acres of the Gambia, Cynthia, she a wannabe witch too. So I think being a wannabe witch is part of this whole movement. And somebody sent me a video, I'm going to show y'all next week, of these people going to some kind of ancestor worship party. I shouldn't call it a party. But I'm sitting there like, and these people praying and they praying in different languages and playing drums. And I'm like, y'all don't even know what they saying. Y'all don't even know who they praying to. They could be offering y'all as a sacrifice and you don't even know it. While you standing up there with your all white on, looking like a fool, worshiping a God that you know nothing about. Because that's what you're doing. But you don't even know that. You don't even know that. Then you wonder why all this happened. And I ain't saying that's what these people would. No, not these people I'm talking about this week. These people were Hebrewites. They were following what this Rick Fletcher dude said. They trusted Mark and T3 and me because of Rick Fletcher. Okay? That's why they trusted them like that. This is not the same story. Okay? Now, Mark claims he's from Las Vegas. No, ES never. Oh, she wasn't. What was she then? What was it? I thought it was a Hebrew light. It wasn't a Hebrew light. What was it, Mr. Brother Robert? You remember? It was some kind of religious thing when she was with her husband. And I can't remember what it was. I can't remember, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I put her in with the Hebrew lights? Please forgive me. Well, hey, how you been? Do they I don't know. I have no idea about that. Scammers in Africa making pill potions. Yes, was a Hebrew Israelite. So some people saying she was. I know she was a part of some kind of I'm not gonna call it a little organization, but she was a part of something like that. And I know it wasn't the Nation of Islam, but when she was with her husband, she was. Yeah, was a Hebrew Israelite. I believe so. He sure was. I would have fallen asleep in Kiki's class and gotten an F. Oh, no. That's because you're not trying to learn. Honey, you're not trying to learn. But you on here every week. This is the second week you've been back. And you be on here for the whole time. Last week, you even want to come up and talk. Imagine that. No, honey. My class does very well. Every class I have does very well. I'm an excellent teacher. Why you think 242 people are on here and this video has been shared 3 times and it ain't even published yet? You probably would have gotten an F because it's too complex for you. When ES was in Cali, she was an E. So she was an E. I knew she was something, y'all. All right, let me go down here and get the rest of these and I'm going to put the rest of the video on. All right. But at least, okay, y'all talking about JT. So now we're going to go back. Herbalists are witches. Yeah, most of them. These new ones. The Bible said herbs are for healing. But they don't use, they say they're using them for healing, but they use them for other stuff too. They use them for, well, who are they praying to for this healing though? You know, like when you mixing the herbs up, you praying to somebody. You putting the power, you putting it in there. Who are you praying to? They're not praying to God. They praying to their God. But I'm talking about the people who do love potions. It's some of them who do love, they do money spells. They do whatever kind of spell you want. I'm talking about these modern day herbalists. And I'm not saying all of them. ES is Eat, Love, Migrate. Now she calls herself ES DIY House and Farm. All right, are y'all ready for the rest of it? Oh, shoot, there's still a lot on here. Is there a slim chance Mark is not a scammer? Well, I low-key wanted to throw the pony goodie at him. What? Some people did receive refunds. It's in the comments of Pastor Rick Fletcher's video. From who? Who did they receive? Oh, wait a minute. Some people did. Because remember the lady, y'all? I'm going to play that video. This person is right. I'm going to play that. They might have been talking about T3 and me. Because T3 and me people are saying none of them got their money back. But this, you're right. Because the video I'm going to play next about Mark, she said that, remember? She said she didn't get her money back. And she said it was too late and she couldn't get it back. But some people, then they didn't get it back from Mark. They got it back from the bank. Okay. All right. Brother Robert says, no, she was not an ES, was not a Hebrew Israelite. They're just trying to throw us to the dogs. Brother Robert, for real. I think she was one. I think she was. Because I remember, I remember doing some research on that woman, and I remember that. That T3 and me woman looked very dangerous and witchy in the video they did last week. I would cross the street if I encounter her anywhere. Wow. And that's what people are saying about this woman. That is really bad and sad, all at the same time. Yo, bro, okay, that was your own show. Wait a minute, I can't see that, y'all. Bro, that was on your shows is friends with, so he's saying somebody on that show is friends with T3 and me over there talking about he be on your show, you be defending him. Who are you talking about? Oh, Brother Robert be defending T3 and me. He probably is. He like him, y'all. He can like him. I don't care. He can like whoever he want to. That ain't gonna stop me. I like him too. I like Brother Robert a lot, but he can like T3 on me if he want to. I don't care. It don't change the facts. What's the name of the movement? That's what we want to know. When I was a Penny, I was a part of some Kemetan ritual ceremonies. It was spooky looking back. Okay. Kemetan, how you say that? Okay. Wow, thanks for the info. Yes, exactly. I wouldn't have never done that. Oh, Brother Robert. Okay, go kick rocks, team member. Yes, must have been okay, y'all. We are going to go back and look at the rest of this video because it's probably a lot on here. Comments just like last week. And I'm not going to be able to keep up. So let me get back to the video.
From the same recording that I had from February 22nd of 2024.
In the beginning of this, keep the morale high with a continuous stream of reassurance.
So, well,
if I could continue to use that tactic, I would. However, I can't, and therefore I haven't.
But let me ask.
He said you have to use a continuous stream of reinsurance. That even sounds like a scam. Because if I'm doing business with you and I'm selling you something, why do I need to continually reassure you that you're going to get what you sold me? Unless I'm scamming you and I know you're not going to get it. And he said that was a good tactic or something. What? So this is, you went into this to scam these people.
So why is that?
Go out there and say, hey, let's start clearing this land. We can't. Legally, you can't do certain things until other steps have been put in place.
Oh, wow.
That's the dilemma.
Wow.
But I think you make a good point in saying maybe the crew.
Yes.
Now, we could show the crew. Maybe. I can arrange for that. But
that
again,
would be
like
a good...
I said, the answer we give people officially, okay, that's the gun on the side. Uh-huh.
Now here's another.
To give people right now is what is today, the 22nd?
Yeah. Well, here's another idea, Mark, that would really reassure people. You kind of like going and shopping for like, hey, we're just looking at the different appliances that we're going to be using in your home, stuff like that. It's just little bits and pieces of stuff, and I'm telling you, this is going to really boost morale because they're asking questions and I don't have answers to them, and it's even for me. It's not even just for them.
Answer now.
What's the answer? What answer is that?
The one I just gave you to the question you just asked at the beginning of this phone call.
Refresh me. Because I ask a lot of things.
Oh. Well, the one question that I did answer was you said, what are we going to tell people about the...
Oh, you're talking about the end. Like okay, now I remember.
I said,
yeah, it's going to be...
At the beginning of at the end of the month, we should know a solid date.
Okay, so we're gonna know a solid date at the end of the month, or it's gonna be a solid date to start the process at the end of the month.
Poor Oral. This man, he really believed in this movement, y'all. He really believed in what he was saying and what he was doing. And Mark is a low-down, dirty dog to sit silent and make it seem like Mr. Gray was in on this with him. Mark is talking to this man like he is a child. He is spinning this man around in circles like a top. Like a top. No answers. And putting him in the front. You go lie to the people. You go make up a lie to tell the people. And then this one receipt, y'all. It ain't on here. It's on another one. But I'm going to put it in there. He had Mr. Oral come to Tanzania to do business with him. They were going to meet and everything. He told Oral he was going to give him, what does that say? $2,600. It's on this receipt right here. He sends Oral $500. When Oral gets there, he can't find Mark. Mark is nowhere to be found. He doesn't get the rest of the money. Mark tells him, let me read it to y'all. Well, actually, I'm going to finish this, then I'm going to read it to you.
No,
let me pull it up now.
Now, you see...
You know how to word it in a way that doesn't seem to...
But, Mark, here's the thing, though. It's like...
No.
But here's the thing, though. I feel like we're...
Because that's the truth.
But here's...
You can't do a whole
But
lot
listen to what I'm saying, though. I hear what you're saying, but when I spoke to you earlier in the week, you had mentioned to me you should be getting some kind of word from them. When I spoke to you last week about this, you said that we should be getting something, and we should be starting maybe sometime next week or something to that effect. So now it's pushed back to the end of the month. So it looks like the date keeps getting kicked down the road. And this is the concern that I have with people, because people have really good memories, man. And they're going to say, wait a second, I thought you said it's going to be the end of this week. Because I went from what you told me. So I was telling people, well, we should get something like probably around the end of the week or something like that, is what I was telling people last week. So it's now when you're saying because that's what you told me.
You told them we should be getting information at the end of the week.
We should be looking to break ground, like when this first happened, 2 weeks ago or whatever, when we were supposed to have the groundbreaking. You say, it should be like in the next week or so. So that's what I was telling people. So now it's like it's gonna look as if I'm just saying something just to give them the words, and I don't have any set dates.
Well, that's why it's very important to word it in the way.
But we shouldn't have to play with words,
Exactly.
Mark. We should
in certain ways so that we don't. I don't know if you're giving the statements in the way that I'm wording them to you. Sometimes
but Mark is vague.
You got a lot on your mind, but when you say, "Oh, I don't remember the thing I just said at the beginning of the phone call," or
but
maybe
that's neither here nor there, Mark.
Because the message is passed on the same way it's being said. Actually, no, because I can understand that you would word it logically. At least you would word it in a way that isn't. Ooh.
So as you can.
Okay, y'all. That is the end of that so far. Okay. So let me read y'all. I'm gonna get y'all comments and I'm gonna read y'all what y'all couldn't see on there. What he was saying about this money. So let me get this comment from Sassy. Hey Sassy. Sassy says, how you doing, Miss Sassy? She says, Oral was Mark's business partner. He scammed people along with Mark. Mark never gave people their money. The bank gave it to people that he scammed. Exactly. It wasn't Mark, it was the bank. Mark did not give people their money. They turned to their bank accounts. And see, this is the thing that Mark has done. Miss Sassy thinks that you're his business partner. So you know he's scamming because you're his business partner. But that's what I said to him, Miss Sassy. And he said he didn't know. He said, in the beginning, I didn't know. I really didn't know. And he said, when he did, I said, well, when did you start suspecting it? And he said, that's, I think, February 24 or something. He said, that's when he started recording it. Okay. That's why he started, because Mark didn't know he was recording these conversations. But he said, I was recording these conversations because he didn't trust him. He didn't trust him. And so he feel like you people have already invested money. People have already invested money. These people are going to lose all of this money. These people are calling me. I'm the one telling them it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. But it never comes. So they're going to blame me just as much as they're going to blame Mark. So this is the situation Mr. Gray has found himself in because he's decided he wanted to deal with Mark Meets Africa and try to help him make his little business just a little bit more professional. So let me read you this part. So this is when he went to Tanzania. Well, let me read y'all all of these real quick. And then I'll put these in the video. And he also, okay, this was important because we talked on the phone. Let me see. I'll put those in there also. Because on the phone, that's when he told me that he knew nothing about that Mwanza was not real until he went to Tanzania. So he couldn't tell you that it wasn't real because he was in the United States. He had to go to Tanzania because when he got to Dar es Salaam, remember Mark cut him off. Mark didn't want him to get to Tanzania, to Mwanza. He was basically on his own. And I believe he told me it was two ladies that was helping him. Okay. Now he was on his own. He went to Mwanza. When he got to Mwanza, that's when he saw there was nothing. And that's when he went and found out about Mark's business, that the business was not even registered until February. But he was presenting it way back in 2023 to the Hebrew Israelites like it was a registered business, and it was not. So this is what, hold on. This is what I want to make sure I get the first one. This is what he said to the police officer. Because then he, after that, excuse me, he reports Mark. Oral Gray reports Mark to the police for fraud, for committing fraud. Because you can't sell land in Tanzania. I think you got to have a registered business if you're not a citizen. I don't know how it goes. I'm just telling y'all, I got to go back and research this part about how land works in Tanzania. So if y'all know, will y'all come in here and explain it? Because I don't know. All right. So listen, this is what he said to the police. He said, afternoon, Habib. That ain't his name. I'm just saying that because I ain't saying his real name. Is the police report ready? This is what Mr. Gray said. Because remember, when he got there and saw, oh, Mark, you've been lying. You done took all these people money, and now these people going to come for me? Because these people think I've been talking to them while you've been missing in action. I've been talking to them while you're traveling around and nothing is being done. I've been the one covering up for you. I've been the one taking the heat. And now I get to Mwanza. You were supposed to give me $2,600 my expenses for when I'm there, okay? He didn't give it to him, gave him $500. So he got to get money together to try to get to Mwanza, okay? Because by this time he like, no, something ain't right. Why would you have somebody come over here and then you don't give them what you say you're going to give them? And I'm about to read y'all that part, okay? So then he reports Mark to the police, and this is what they say. He calls them, they talk on the phone, and then he says, afternoon, the police officer, is the report ready? And the police officer says, we still on investigation, and the report will be prepared until investigation done and the culprit apprehended. We got an information on Mark submitted documents to Regional Commissioner Office, and I'm reading it how it's written. Office request a permission to hold that land. We communicated with Regional Commissioner's Office to let them know about the incident done by Mark to the people of America. That he collected their money and false information to get and gave them land plots here in Mwanza, Tanzania, near Lake Victoria. Then Mr. Gray says, thank you for the update, Mr. Policeman, but he called him by his name. So, Miss Sassy, he did do something. He didn't know. In all fairness, he didn't know till he got there. That's like y'all don't know y'all scammed until you get there. You don't know you scammed till you get there. And once you get there and you see there's nothing there, just like the man T3 Me who's suing him. T3 and Me showed the video, but there's nothing there. That man gave them, I don't know how many thousands of dollars. There's nothing there. All right, so then he says, that was a chat between the WhatsApp chat and the officer. Now there's another one. He says, this is the conversation we had after I flew to Tanzania, and he started acting up because he knew he was about to be exposed. Because he did not expect Mr. Earl Grey to fly to Tanzania. He didn't expect that. And then when he was going to do it, he knew I'm not going to give him this money. He's thinking I'm going to give him some money, so I know he's going to come unprepared. He's not going to have money on him because I told him I was giving him the money. So it's going to take him a minute to get access to any money. So this is what happens. He says, did you have help from anyone finding the place you are at now? This is Mark saying this. Oral says, again, Mark, how is this relevant? We agreed upon $2,600. Comment, comment, and you sent me 500. Hold on. Now, put yourself in this situation. You meeting this dude you've been a business partner with, but you never met him in person. You finally go to meet him in person. Then you find out he's lying. He's supposed to give you $26,600. He don't. He only give you $5,000, and you in Tanzania with just $500. Okay, so let's finish. Mark says, yes, we did agree to that, but you haven't done any work yet. I get that you need the money, but I wish you would focus on providing the service first. Wow. Why didn't he tell him that before he left? Why didn't he tell him that? Then he says, you want me to do my part without you doing yours so far. I'm sorry. You want me to do my part without you doing anything so far. Now remember, this man is in Tanzania now, thinking he's about to get this money to go check on the y'all investments. Again, what's the relevance of it? I said that I was going to do the job, and I plan on doing it. Oh, great. This is Mark. Oh, great. I said I was going to pay you, and I plan on doing that. Can y'all believe that? This man is stuck in Tanzania, and this is what Mark is saying to him. Then he says, again, what's the relevance of it? I said, okay, that I was going to do the job, and I plan on doing the job. So I'm going to read. So this is another screenshot, but this goes into more detail. Okay, great. I said, this is Mark. I was going to pay you, and I plan on doing that. But I like to see some work getting done as well. He calls him. Mark don't answer. Mark says, I'm on another call. Please message me. He calls him back. Then he says, Mark, how am I to make it over to Mwanza when I don't have enough funds to get there? Mark says, still on this call, give me a bit. Then he says, use the 500 I sent you to make your way over to Mwanza. I just sent it. Then he says, Mark, I appreciate the 500, but however, that is not enough to cover my bills. Yes, and there's more. There is more. I'm going to put these in the video. Okay, I'm going to put these in the video so you guys can see those messages. That's just unbelievable. That's just unbelievable. There was never any village. Never. He didn't want Mr. Gray to go over there and find out that there was never a village. Okay? He didn't want that. That's why he didn't give him all the money. Because he didn't want him to discover. Because he didn't want him to come back and tell you all what was really going on. Wow. When you have to rehearse what to say, thank you, namaste. Can you believe that? Rehearsing what to say. Because you're not telling the truth. That's why I said he never intended on telling you all the truth. He never did. He never intended on telling him, Mr. Gray, the truth. Mark never intended on doing any of this. Welcome to Kiki's class on the School of Life. Yep, that's what we're doing. Hey, O'Shea. Mark is shady as F-U-C-K. This is so wrong, y'all. This man really thought he was going to make a difference in our community, this repat community. Because it's a lot of us who like Africa, who love Africa. I told you, I've been going for 14 years. This will be my 14th trip. 14 trips. 14 times. That must mean, Dad, she really like it. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Never been scammed one time. This just so sad to me. That people want to go back and connect, and they end up connecting with devils and she devils. who scam them out of all their money. And they're at the stage of their life where they're in their golden years, where they're supposed to be having fun and enjoying life. And these are the people they're robbing from everything they have. Mark sounds like a classic scammer, deflecting and getting the heat off of him for the moment. Yes, he does. He sounds just like a scammer. Mark never had a straight answer to any of the questions. No, he never does. Yeah, wow, exactly. That's why I'm going to clean it up and print it out for y'all to see it. A scamometer is blaring and screeching. My scamometer is blaring and screeching. This woman you posted said her bank said it was too late and had to do it herself. Though, so not every person, no, they didn't. They didn't. Because remember, she was one of the first investors. And remember, I told you guys with the banks, you got to invest in a certain time frame. And if you don't invest in that time frame, that you can't get your money back. You got to, like she said, pursue other options like small claims court. So I think it's like 90 days. The other ones, when they felt like the scamming was going on right away, they backed out. But it was too late for her because like she believed in him. And a lot of them, the one I posted, we're going to go over there and look at those in a minute. The one I posted about the man saying that anybody get their land. And people, he backed out. He backed up and said, he was going to just go back and wait for T3 Me because these people get scared. They get scared. Mark told me that he gave 1/2 of the money I gave. Wait a minute. Mark told me that he gave, let me make this big so I can see it. Mark told me that he gave Earl 1/2 of the money. I have a letter. Okay, will you send it to me, Miss Sassy? Send me the letter so I can send it to Mr. Earl. Because we can't believe nothing, we can't believe nothing Mark say. Okay, Miss Sassy. So he probably was taking, and Mark said, Mr. Earl said he didn't have access to Mark's bank accounts. So send me the letter and I'll see what Mr. Gray say about that. Okay, thank you, sweetie. Yeah, because I told him everything y'all said. I said, this is what they're saying. And this is why they feel like you was in on it too. Sure did. Mark is definitely older than what he says. His name probably is, no, it probably is. It probably, and his last name is Victorian. No, it's not. So no one knows. No, they don't even know his family. They don't know nothing about this guy. He just dropped out of the sky. Exactly. Nothing. They know nothing about him. Nothing at all. He doesn't even talk about his family. He mentioned one thing about his grandmother. He said he told his grandmother he was going to Africa. And yeah, he probably did lie on oral. He told his grandmother he was going to Africa. And she said, yeah, that sounds like something you would do. He ain't never mentioned no mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, nothing. Sassy, I didn't ask any question. Okay. That's why he was in and out of jail. Oh, see, because he was in and out of jail. And I bet you this was it. I bet you, because he would never answer. He would never answer the question. Now that I know this, I'm going to go back and look at that video because he wouldn't answer. His little Tanzanian friends kept running their mouths, not making no sense. But he wouldn't answer why he was in jail. That's probably it. You're right. Yes, you need to have a registered business. Amen. Yes, you need to have a registered business in order to buy, lease, and sell land under your company. So they register. So they make up these companies, and they register these companies so they can scam you with the land. Okay. So that's why you got to sue their company. Okay. They're talking sassy. I didn't tell you. Oh, y'all talking to each other. Okay. Now, J.O., I think we all remember. Okay, now y'all talking. Okay. Now, Earl tried selling land at Mount Kilimanjaro after the whole scam with Mark. Okay, send me that too. I think he on here. Oral, are you on here? Text me, okay, and let me know about that. V8 said 78 said I said V8. 78 says, "Child, I'm gonna keep my hard-earned money in my pocket." Girl, me too, honey. So this next, let me see this next video. This I want to show y'all. Let me see which one it is. We have been talking about Mark for an hour. All right, I want to show y'all this video really quick of T3 and me, okay? And these videos come from the receipts. All right. Kiki will investigate as she feels. Oh, y'all talking to each other. Sass. Okay, y'all talking to each other again. I'm going to start scamming. It ain't worth it because then I'm going to have to talk about you. I'm going to have to say I love O'Shea Duke Jackson, but y'all, he's a scammer. He's a scammer. We are all these people. Why are all these people giving their money to complete strangers on YouTube? It's beyond ridiculous to me. Well, ES told us there's a spell on them. And you notice one thing all these women have in common. They want to be witches. They want to be witches. And y'all know they practice witchcraft in Africa. Okay, y'all talking. Now, we're going to look at, we're going to switch gears here to T3 and me. He wouldn't give money because he kept tricking it off. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me get past it. Oh, my God. Why did Earl come all the way to Tanzania depending on a young boy to provide for him? Good question. So, good question. But maybe they were business partners. I don't know. So, Mr. Earl, they want to know that too. Let me ask him right here. Let me put it on WhatsApp so I won't forget because y'all know when I get off here, I'm going to be sleepy. Okay, so let's put that on here. Let me send it to him now. Okay, Mr. Oral, somebody wants to know why did you go all the way to Tanzania and depend on Mark to take care of you, like for Mark to provide the funding for your trip? That's what one of our Repat community members want to know. Okay, let's see if he'll answer y'all. If not, I'll get an answer. When he does answer, I'll put it on here. I want to lie and cheat. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Then we going to have to talk about you. Then they going to make fun of you in the chat. You know how they do in the chat, Lord. They ain't going to give you no mercy. They going to say, he actually came on our show. He seems so honest and well-spoken. Exactly, Exodus. And you could just feel the pain in his voice. He told me when he came back here, Mr. Oral looks much younger than what he is. I thought he was in his 30s, early, maybe 30 going on 40. He looked young. This man, he told me he's in his 50s. He said, Kiki, I was so stressed out from what Mark was doing and from everything that I found out. When I came back from Tanzania, do y'all know this man was 53 years old, and he had a heart attack? He had a heart attack? Yes. Yes. from the stress of dealing with that man. Because Mark is not a boy. O'Shea says, come to Uganda, Kiki loves Nigeria, so we can scam the scammers. No, no, I ain't scamming nobody. Because y'all know what? I'm scared of God. Because one thing I know is God is real. And God don't play about his people. He will get you. Especially if you mess with kids or the elderly or animals or disabled people. People, anybody who can't help themselves. You mess with them, he coming for you. And it ain't gonna be good. Folk conflict. Oh, spoken with trust. Okay. Hi, beautiful Diaspora Connect. Oh, Lord. Isn't she pretty, though? She's a pretty lady. Apparently, they are spreading in a group. They are. I think so. Oh, y'all talking again. All right, we're going to move now. We've been on Mark for an hour. So we're going to, it is a learned behavior. Somebody scam me. I'm getting me my get back, then running back to, I'm getting my get back, and running to America. Okay, look, now we're going to move into T3 and Me. Now, I have no clue who these people were, because y'all know I don't say nothing about East Africa, because I don't know nothing about it. I only talk about things I know about. I'm not one of them type of women who just run her mouth just so she could be seen. I don't like that. I don't run my mouth like that. If I'm talking, I'm speaking facts. I was told as a child, as a woman, if you're not speaking facts, then you shouldn't be talking. If you're just talking just to hear yourself talk, you need to be quiet. If you're not speaking something important, then you need to be quiet. And that's how I am. I'm a very quiet person. When I'm not on YouTube, you'd be surprised. When I'm not teaching, you'd be surprised. I'm extremely quiet. I don't run my mouth. If you see everything I say, I can back it up. Because that's how I was raised and that's how I was trained. Now, I started when they came and jumped into my no, actually, people were saying, coming into the comment section, saying that T3 and Me were scammers. And I'm like, who in the world is T3 and Me? Cute name, by the way. But who are they? I didn't know who they were. Didn't know nothing about these people. Nothing at all, right? So, okay, hold on. This is what he responded to, y'all. He says, okay, this is his response. He says to, who said that? One of y'all asked Oral, why did he depend on Mark in the first place? Originally, Mark was supposed to give me $2,600 before I left. Somehow he was saying that the bank account was denying the transaction, which of course was a lie. That was the agreement. Then he lied and said when I got to Tanzania, you would give me the money, he would give me the money in cash. That's the reason why. When he told me he would give me the funds in cash once I got to Tanzania. So it's basically like it's like a business trip. So he felt like Mark said he was going to fund the trip, but he didn't. He didn't give me the money. So that's why. So people started talking about these T3 and Me people. And that this dude was an ambassador. And I'm like, an ambassador? How can an ambassador be a scammer? Be even accused of scamming? There's no way he can be an ambassador and be accused of scamming. There's just no way, because for one, they're going to do a background check on you because they feel like character is everything. Your character, they feel like past behavior predicts future behavior. I'm not saying that it does. In some cases, it does. In some cases, it doesn't. But in most people who don't seek it, don't have any development. If you don't work on developing yourself in some type of way, like having formal education, or and I'm talking about higher education, or even become involved in a church, or something that helps you develop and grow spiritually or intellectually, hopefully you can get involved with something that helps you grow with both spiritually and intellectually. All right. If you don't do that, you're not going to develop. You're not going to grow. Okay. So your character will more than likely still be the same as it was as a when you get old enough, like 18, where they start really recording your background. Well, these people have bad character. People, from what people are telling me, they have bad character. Okay. So people were emailing me, people were writing me. So I said, okay. After they came on this show last week and were so disrespectful and then made this lying video about me, you know, it was just ridiculous. And then called themselves showing our screenshot of what you guys were saying when y'all were just basically clowning them. I'm like, oh, these people are liars. Then they were saying O'Shea is a scammer. But how is O'Shea Duke Jackson a scammer when he don't sell nothing? You got to sell something for to be a scammer, okay? It means there's a fraudulent activity. It's theft by deception. That means I'm telling you I'm going to give you something for some money, but I don't ever give it to you. Or if I give it to you, it's not what I said it was going to be. That's what's going on here. That's what's going on here. If these allegations are true. And from what I can tell, these allegations are true, especially in the case of Mama K. And again, this is my opinion, what I think and what I feel, my factual analysis of the facts. And the facts are the video. All right? Okay. He said, Mr. Gray said, one of y'all mentioned that he was doing some kind of scamming. And he says, somebody mentioned about me having several scams. Please show me those several scams. Bring your receipts about all these other scams. Show me where Mark gave me half the money. Because Mark a liar. Mark ain't gave this dude nothing. I could tell. Y'all, I can feel people. I feel you. I mean, when I'm talking to you, I'm picking up your energy. Okay? And I can tell by the way you talk, by the things you say. I've been doing this a long time, interviewing people for answers. I know. I can feel a liar when I hear one. This man is not lying. So like I said, Miss Sassy, I think somebody on here said he was selling land. Can y'all send us the receipts for that? All right, so speaking of receipts, now we're going to move to the receipts for T3 and me. I started after that big episode last week. People from the Hebrew Israelite community has started writing me. They wrote me about Mark too. They started writing me about T3 and me also. I received two emails, about 2 or 3 WhatsApp conversations about a lady. I'm going to change her name. 2 ladies. All right. These 2 ladies, one of them, I'm going to change her name and call her Mama K and Mama CK. All right. Mama CK and Mama K wanted to go back to Africa and just live the rest of their days. They were elderly, two elderly ladies. They are two elderly ladies. And they wanted to go back to Africa and live out, their final days over in Tanzania, right? So that's what they wanted to do. So, okay, hold on, yeah, I'm trying to see if I got that one. Um, they wanted to go back and live out their final days in this house what they had with T3 and me were supposed to build. Okay. So first I want to share this message with you guys. So it says they set up, this is T3 and me. They set up these two elderly ladies in a compound with some Muslims whose job was to watch these women. They had dogs in the yard where every time the women opened the door, the dogs were growling at them. So she says O'Shea yesterday started his live reading a letter. I am thinking maybe the ladies emailed him the same story. All right, so this story is about these two ladies. It was another lady. It's several ladies, y'all. Let's go to my community post before I show y'all the video so we can look at these receipts. This is just a few. I got a whole bunch more, okay? You wouldn't believe how many more receipts I have. So let's go up here and look at this community post so we can look at these, what these people are sending us. Okay, so first I want to comment on this. People are saying that this man, Tim Ford Jr., is an ambassador for the American Union. He's saying that. It's all over his YouTube channel. But I'm so confused because when I look up who's the current ambassador for the AU, it doesn't say Tim Ford Jr. It says the current African Union ambassador to the United States from Tanzania is some lady named Hilda. And then there's another one, and it's not him either. It's another lady. So she's the one from Tanzania, and I guess there's one from here that's there, and I think her name is Sophia. It is not Tim Ford Jr. So that's one thing that confused me. Like, how are you the ambassador when they told me Sophia and they told me somebody else? Okay, not you, not Tim Ford Jr. So, Mr. Tim Ford Jr., if you care to explain, Miss Edra thinks it is she says, he is not an ambassador. He was given an award by an AU ambassadorial program. Oh, Lord. There is a Facebook link online. You can see this certificate up close. The program gave him an award, and now he is making stuff up. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, and she gave us the link. By golly. Let's see if we can see the link. I got to stop sharing on this screen. Let's see if it'll open. Wow. Wait a minute. Hold on, y'all. What? Okay, hold on. I'm just blown away. I'm just blown away. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me get y'all up here. I can't even believe this. And y'all, this is sad. Now look at this. What is this, y'all? Introducing your first pop-up. Customize the text and design perfectly suit your needs and preferences. We don't want no demo title pop-up. So this lets you know this ain't no real and it ain't no gov. Okay, this says and dot something, but it ain't no .gov. So this program, African Union Agenda 2063. Okay. Okay. In collaboration, each ambassador brings a sneaks. Okay, so what is this? The code of ethics. But this bothers me right here, this pop-up. What is this, y'all? Is this real? What is this? This website don't even look real. And these are all African. Dr. Somebody. See what I mean? Ambassador Dr. Mustafa, ambassador for somebody else. These are, nobody can just be an ambassador like that. No. No. And this little pop-up thing, that makes another thing make me think it ain't legit. Because why does it have all these pop-ups like that? But I don't know. Maybe it's just their website. I ain't going to talk about their website. But I don't see him nowhere on here. And this is not the African Union. This is not the African Union, the for real African Union. This says African Union Agenda 2063. This isn't the AU award system. We recognize outstanding achievements through national. So this is the award system. So this is probably something he applied for. This is not the y'all. Poor AU. So I've been tagging them for no reason. They don't have nothing to do with this dude. And O'Shea said that. He said that a long time ago on his live. This ain't real. That dude ain't no real AU person. He's not. This is not the AU. This is not the African Union. This is not it. This is a program that, let me get off of there here before they try to steal my information. Let me get off of here. So, this ambassador, he ain't no real ambassador to the American African Union. Point blank, period. Because that's not even the program. He might have done a little program, part of that 2063, whatever that is. He might be a little program part of that. But this is how these people lie and twist the truth. And I told you, when they lied on me and they twisted the truth around on me, I knew they were liars because that was something small. You didn't have to lie about that. And the fact that you would lie about that means you will lie about anything. Now, we see this ambassador program. This is not the African Union, the real African Union. This is an African Union agenda program for 2000, a mission. But he didn't tell y'all that. He just said, I'm an ambassador for the AU. Giving the AU a bad name. Wow. Now, let's go back and look at some more comments. Some more receipts. Let's look at some more. Let me make sure y'all can see these. This is unbelievable. This is truly unbelievable. This is how people just go to Africa and just create whatever they want to be. You know, I'll just make it up. So, and here I'm tagging the poor, adding the poor AU commission. He ain't no AU person. So look at this, y'all. This is the person who's one of the people who are sued. I thought they weren't getting sued. I am one of the people that's suing Tim and Siobhan Ford right now. I am a senior. They scammed me out of almost $8,000. They scammed my friend out of $17,000 and another friend out of $16,000 and they scammed thousands of dollars from several other senior citizens. Sis, I don't know what SI is supposed to be. We will be happy to do an interview, and I have receipts, as do several other seniors. Well, honey, we want an interview. We want y'all to come on here and tell us, y'all. Now, this was the most disgusting thing. I ain't gonna even click. Y'all got to go back and see this disgustingness. I can't believe that. And she's selling land too. Look at this. Something she know you can see through it. She's selling land too. Yeah. Selling land in Ghana. Her and her 20-something-year-old boyfriend. And guess who's filming this? A 15-year-old boy. Back to her later. Now, then I was sent this. And I said, is that T3 and me? I had to roll my eyes. Like on the cartoons. You know how the cartoons they do like that? Because they can't believe what they seeing? And I'm looking and I'm like, now somebody tell me, how was this man an ambassador to the AU and he on the news? And it ain't in a good news. It ain't in a good way. He on the news. So let's see what the news is saying. So hold on. Y'all know I got to get it pulled up. And then I'm going to play it for y'all. Because, we got receipts for days. Go ask Alexis Fowler. Go ask her. She'll tell you. Even Kiki's receipts have receipts. Yeah, so let me stop sharing this. And let me show y'all what the news said. What the news in Nashville, Tennessee is alleging. Well, it ain't no alleged. They caught him. The police ain't alleging it.
Man is accused of pulling a gun on 3 people in a vehicle in South Nashville.
Here's Josh from Alert Desk.
Yeah, so this was apparently a road rage incident. The information detailed in an arrest report for Timothy Ford Jr. just picked up from booking there. This happened yesterday on Murfreesboro Road near Nashboro Boulevard. The driver of a vehicle told police Ford pulled out in front of them, so she sped past him. That's when she says Ford sped past her and pointed a gun at the 3 people in the vehicle, then drove off. Ford, who matched the suspect description, was found at a home nearby, then taken into custody. Police say he claimed he had a road rage incident but did not pull a gun. He said he didn't actually own a gun, but his wife did. Obviously, police had enough information where they charged him with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Neil?
Mm-hmm. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. He was charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. We're looking up for the follow-up to that case, how that case ended. Tennessee is not like Ohio. Ohio, honey, you can find out anything. But Tennessee, no. Tennessee has their public records is a little more strict. So we're trying to find what was the outcome of this case in Nashville. This was in 2019. Now this, after I saw this, I said, you know what? This is probably why those elderly people are so afraid of them. Because if they would pull a gun, he would pull a gun on some people driving down the street because they drove in front of him, then what would he do to these elderly people? What would he do to these elderly people? To these elderly people who he wants money from. Oh, here we go, y'all. This is not how you become an ambassador, y'all. Look at this. Oh my God. Y'all, we gotta be more smart. We gotta get our game tighter than this, y'all. We can't be falling for the okey doke like this. You can't be falling for this. This is not no ambassador. This is something he paid for. A certification program he paid for that had Ambassador AU on it, and he knew he was gonna use it to scam people with it. He knew we was gonna fall for that, but I ain't falling for it because y'all know I'll check everything. You can't just tell me nothing. Mm-mm. Award of Honor, an Ambassador Award of Honor, the Ambassadors Union Agenda, Simulation Agenda 2016. This was an Ambassador Union simulation. So you know how you be in high school and you go play like you on the is it the I think it is the African Union. It's where you go play like you a leader from a different country. Well, there's this program, it was in my high school, where you would get to play like you was a leader from a different country. Okay? And it sound like I'm about to get it, y'all. I'm about to show y'all. Hold on. Y'all know Kiki coming with it. Just give me a chance. And African and ambassadors they're appointed. They don't graduate from a program. You know, they've done years of public service, international public service. You know, they don't take a course online, a simulation course, and become an ambassador. This ain't, Lord, Lord, Lord. It takes years, y'all, to become an ambassador, okay? And you have to take, I believe it's the Foreign Service exam. You know, you have to be involved in the State Department has to clear you. Like, it's a big old deal. You can't just become an ambassador by paying to be a part of a little program. And it clearly says simulation. That's why God said my people are destroyed because they lack knowledge. Who was this man giving him the war? An African Union simulation program. An African Union simulation program. And now he's on YouTube telling us he's an ambassador. Wow. Let me show y'all this. This is so sad. People want to be important. These are these type of people who want to be important. That they not important for real, and they want to be important so bad instead of working for it. You know, look, African Union Simulation Agenda 2063. Ambassador something. I can't read that one. What does it say? I can't read that. It just says honor or something. This is not the AU, y'all. I'm sorry. This is not the AU. That is not the AU. Can y'all clearly see that? Y'all see that? That is not the AU. Okay? He is not an ambassador for the AU. So please Stop telling that lie. Stop. He can call himself whatever he wants to, but he is not an ambassador for the African Union. He is not. Ambassador, it take a lot to become an ambassador, and that's an embarrassment to the ambassadors that he's even claiming to be one. All the shenanigans he's involved in. Now look at this. Y'all think this is how people become ambassadors? Y'all think this is the picture when you become an ambassador? Y'all think that is for real? Y'all think that's it? It's probably a program, a simulation that they held, that you get to, I don't even know if they held it, that you get to pretend. And now he got people thinking he's a real ambassador. Wow. And that's so sad. Where's your real estate license? I want to see that. That's what I want to see. All right, so we see he's not an ambassador. He's an ambassador for that little program he's a part of, whatever. But it looked like everybody gets them certificates once you finish the program. So let's go back and check out some more receipts we got about this dude. Oh, it's a ton of them, y'all. It's a ton. Disgusting. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Look at this. This is another land, I believe, is a scammer. Because they telling people in Ghana, her and her little man, they can buy the land. It ain't no leasing. It's buying the land. And look how she parades herself around in public. In public. All right, so we looked at that. So this person says, let me read this one first. Has anyone received a title deed from Tim or Siobhan for a property they paid them for? I paid Siobhan for 5 acres on October 7th, 2023. I have not received a title, deed, or any proof of ownership. If anyone has any questions, comments, or concern, please do not hesitate to contact me. And then, this is a response, because this is all in an email thread. He says, what else is new? Someone else says, what else is new? It seems that many of our fellow Black Americans who repatriated earlier before it became popular are fleecing those of us who are serious about having a second home in Africa. That's all it said at the end, in the motherland. Yep. Okay, so let's go look and see what else. This was a receipt from Mark. Oh, and I got the whole thing. I'm going to put it all on a video also. Oh, Mark, so I see that you are still lying and scamming. This lady wasn't playing, honey. Remember what I told you. And if it's the last thing I do, I'm coming for you. I understand that you are from Nevada. Nevada is where I lived for 20 years. Henderson, to be exact, off of Boulder Highway. Honey, there's way more than that. We're going to get to that too. So, that's all. And then we're going to show this video next week, okay? This man right here has been trying to get the message out about them scamming for a long, long time. Now, this, Kiyomi, stop. This is the rebuttal video. I'm sorry, y'all. This is the lawsuit, people claim that he doesn't have a lawsuit. Tim Orlando Ford Jr. is claiming he does not have a lawsuit. But why on here does it say her last name is Graves? So are they married for real or are they married for play? Because on here it says the public document, court legal document says her last name is Graves. Maybe they're not even married for real, y'all. Maybe they married for play. But this is their objection to what these people up here are saying. Okay. So if there's no lawsuit, why is he objecting? Now, what I want to show you. Oh, I need to get y'all comments. I'm sorry. What I want to show y'all now, we're going to look at a video of receipts. I pray that the scammers aren't a reflection of their... Honey, yeah. What do you think they got to go? Have to pray and operate based on discernment. They do. People are hearing another side of Mark they didn't know existed. He's careful what he says in a video. He's a wordsmith, a scammer. Yeah. As a Black American, Mark looks 100% South African or Southern African, and he speaks Swahili frequently. Something ain't right in his foo-foo. No, he from here, honey. He just got a mental problem, in my opinion. He one of them kids been crazy all their life. You know, he one of them people who lie all their life. He one of them people. He just been a liar all his life. Please, y'all, please hit the like button. Thank you. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and please become a part of our community. And all you got to do is just join the club. Communicate with us, talk to us, tell us what you think. You got a scam and story? Let us know. Because we will be on it. If Mark is a scammer, then Harmony 100 is okay. Yeah, y'all tell me about them Harmony people in Rwanda. I haven't had a chance to get there yet. We will find out exactly how many people were scammed and for how much money. Okay. 14 trips gives you the right to do land scams, just like Bomani. No. I ain't selling nothing. I'm not selling nothing. Y'all see, I even took my membership down. I had a paid membership on this channel because YouTube kept bugging me. I took it down. Because y'all know why? Because I just feel like information should be free. And if you're paying me, it should be, like I told you, I would do the business plan. If you need help with your business plan, I'll help you with that, but you have to pay me for that. See, I'm giving you a service. But information should be free. You know, I just, I can't do that. I just couldn't. None of the scammers talk about what they did. No. He want to say he went to real estate school, but where is it? He don't act like them videos I seen on Instagram. Don't know real estate agent I know walk around and act like that. So I don't know what type of real estate agent he was. Where is the and then he left when the real estate was booming then. Remember how the real estate market blew up? Houses was selling for I don't know how much money. Why would he leave when the real estate market is booming and he's a real estate agent? So I didn't get that. See, we always wondered where his family was. He dropped out of the sky. Maybe he's a switch. Maybe he says he is. He says he's a witch. O'Shea says, when we going to start land scamming at the... It's now recommended that you live somewhere for a whole year before making any... Thank you. Or go visit several times. O'Shea says, we're going to call it Dusty Pro Black. Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, now, let me show y'all this other video of receipts. Oh, O'Shea, thank you so much. You're so sweet. All right, y'all, we're going to look at this other video real quick. Oh, it's almost 9 o'clock. Oh, Jesus, we got to hurry up. They lack discernment. Yeah, some people don't, because that's a gift. So some people do lack the spirit of discernment. But guess what? You know what you all got to do? All you got to do is just pray and ask God. Say, God, please. Oh, you let her out the room. Oh, y'all, the cat is out and she acting crazy. The spirit of discernment. All you got to do is pray and ask God to give you the spirit of discernment, and He will. Okay? That's all you got to do. All right, can y'all see that? Yeah. So let's go on here. Now, this video I'm about to show you guys, there's more to this one also, but I had to get this out. I had to get this video out because this was horrible. This was horrible. And the lies they were saying about this lady. Okay, so this lady, this is the two sisters I was telling y'all about. This is the beginning of her story. We're going to start with her story. Then we're going to finish it next week. And we're going to also answer your questions about Mr. Gray. Then I'm going to move on to the lady who was sending those comments who told Mark she's going to get him. Okay? Because she is. And she did. She did. Yeah. She walked him down. As the kids say, she dogged walked him. Okay? So, let me show y'all this video. Now, two ladies in this video. Mama K, the one lady, she has come back to the United States. They were ordered, I believe, to sell the house and give her the money, or either fix the house and give her, or either just release the house to her. But either way, they have not given her this house. They're still fighting with this lady, Mama K. She's gone back to the United States because guess what, y'all? She was so worried about this issue because this was her money, her retirement money. She invested all of her retirement money into this home. Okay? The 1,700 to 1,600, we're about to tell you about that right now. Okay? So, she got so ill and upset from being scammed that she had to come back. The sister is still there, and she's still carrying on this fight with some help to get her land together. So let's watch this. Welcome back to another episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria. Hey y'all, on this episode of Kiki Loves Nigeria, I got some more receipts. My friend from Tanzania has written me again. And what did she say? If you want to know more, just let her know. And I let her know. And guess what? She came back with, you know what? More. It was a lot. It is a lot. I think I've got like 2 or 3 stories in there from what she's just told me in one day. So, let's start with this story. And then we'll go on from there. So she says, another elder that was scammed out of way more money than me by T3 Me has declined to come forward. Her sister, Mama CK, said that she is still heartbroken and it has left her ill. She moved back to America after paying T3 Me to build her house, and they never finished. When you speak to, she knows the whole story. I also tried to reach another brother who was scammed by them, but he didn't answer. I will keep trying. Be blessed, sis. I'll keep you informed. So then, she gave me a little more information. Me in contact with somebody who knows the elder whose house was never finished and who T3 and me allegedly swindled out of all of this money. And guess who wrote me this morning? Yes, you guessed it. Who wrote me this morning? The lady who she told me she was going to put me in contact with, who knew more than she did. So, guess what she says? She says, I'll send you the pictures of Mama K's house, her incomplete house. I will also send you the Cash App payments to Siobhan. Siobhan is Tim Ford's wife, T3 and me's wife. I will send you the fake investment documents that they sent to investors. We're going to save that one for another video. Kiki, Mama CK, and Mama K would have been my neighbors in the so-called Echo Village, only if they were not swindled. I only got involved when they both came to my gate, crying and asking for help. Wow. Well, that's all I have right now. I'm just gonna let you guys respond. See what you guys have to say. Because right now, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. This is low. Each time we hear a story, y'all notice? It gets lower than the next story. This situation has made this lady, this elderly lady, so sick, so heartbroken, that she's returned back to the United States. We're going to get more information about this lady. I'm going to see what else I can find so I can bring you more about her. But unfortunately, I have another lady story who alleges that T3 and me scammed her, put her in a whole safety situation where she was not safe. So, we'll get through these videos. We'll get through these receipts. And we're going to see what's really going on with T3 and me. Not me. Not me. All right, y'all. I'm out. I will talk to y'all later. Drop y'all comments and tell me what y'all think about this. This is the house. This is the house they said this lady was supposed to move into this house. This house was supposed to be finished. They showed you the front of the house. We're going to see their response to this allegation because they made a video responding to this allegation. But unfortunately, they just showed you the front of the house. They didn't show you the inside. They didn't show you the inside. They didn't show you none of this. All right, this is what this lady was supposed to move into. Yes. This is an elderly lady. Her and her sister are both elderly. The sister has a disability. And this is what they showed you on their video. That was it. Just the front. That was it. In my humble opinion, this is called theft by deception. That's what this is called. I lied to you. I deceived you. And then they started, what was even worse, after this, instead of them saying, no, we didn't finish the house, guess what they did, y'all? Guess what they did? They start saying that this lady was dating, that she was dating the Jamaican man who made the videos exposing them. The one they was calling the drunk Jamaican man, that's the one who made the videos about them. They lied on her, demeaned her character, made her into something she wasn't. This is an older lady. And you're saying she's sleeping around with the Jamaican man. And that's why she doesn't want you to finish. She's saying these things about you. So that is where we're going to stop tonight. We're going to finish the comments. We've been on here for almost 3 hours. And that's where we're going to stop tonight. Next week, we're going to, Mr. Gray is going to, I don't know if he's going to come on or if he's going to respond. I don't know which one he want to do. Somebody said they want him to come on. But I don't know. I'm going to make another video, and y'all need to tell me if y'all want him to come on or not, because once I make the video, you might have answers to the questions. But okay, so we're going to finish with Earl Grey. Then we're going to move into the lady who told Mark, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. We're going to move to her. I'm going to show you her receipts and what Mark did to her. Then after that, we're going to jump over to T3 and me. We're going to look at his response to these allegations, because he responded to this video. Then I'm going to present you some more evidence of scamming allegations against T3 and me. All right. So that's what we're going to do next week. I told y'all this may take a while, but hey, I got time. I got time. So we're going to finish these comments, and then we're going to end for tonight. Everyone has, wait a minute, what does that say? Everyone can be vulnerable to a scam. Yeah, you're right. You shouldn't feel ashamed. Just learn from it and don't repeat it. She's right. Anybody can be scammed. Anybody can be vulnerable and fall for a scam. Anybody. Anybody with a heart. Okay? And that's all of us. The OAU Ambassador Preliminary Program gave him a certificate. Nothing on it says he's an ambassador. Parliamentary program. This person is a liar. But I knew he would. I could tell by the way he behaves. He's not an ambassador. When you're a public servant, y'all, you have to behave a certain way. You cannot be accused of anything. And the fact that he was arrested for a gun charge? No, there's no way. There's no way. I knew it. But what does he do? What does he do? He presents it to you all and to us that he's an ambassador. So if he would, again, lie about the small things, how they came on here and lied on me. They lied on O'Shea, said he was a scammer, lied on me, said that I wouldn't even let him come on here and talk. And y'all know that's a lie. Y'all know what they did. They came on here with those bullying, aggressive, intimidating tactics, and I shut them down like the small characters they are. You're not talking in this story. Kiki is. And that's what they did not like. Mark will say anything to get money. He's led up. I can't see that. Hold on. Mark will say anything to get money. He is led of evil, lying, and deceitful spirits. Yes. They welcome them in because they can't come in unless you welcome them in. You have to welcome them evil, lying, deceitful spirits in before they can sit down and take up shop. They don't do it like that, y'all. You invite them in. Mark invited them spirits in a long time ago, and they still there. Y'all, I'm trying to find where we are. It's a whole bunch of comments on here tonight, too. Oh, wow. I hate when I get lost like this. Oh, Jesus. I don't know where I am. I can't find it. I'm trying to get my niece to do the comments, but she's like, I don't know if I can sit there for that long. Let's just start here. That's just how Africans got busted here in Texas with fake certifications. Are those the ones that was at the school with the fake certifications? Remember that in Texas? My daughter was in that program, high school. See, she traveled to Australia to play tennis. See what I mean? A high school program. Please, y'all, please hit the like button. Please share the video. Oh, y'all, it's been shared 7 times. Keep on sharing it, y'all. Every time we share it, more people know. More people know. They're liars, liars, pants on fire. Y'all know I'm getting sleepy. I told y'all when I start getting sleepy for the new people, I'll start just acting silly. I don't mean to. I'm trying, honey. I'm trying to cook them till they well done. On slow. I'm a slow roast them. This was a knockout on the first round for T3 and me. And I'm not even done. I'm just getting started. But I ain't saying nothing. Please don't say, Kiki said it. I'm just presenting the facts. That's all I'm doing. I'm just telling the story. No offense, T3 and me. I'm just telling the story. That's all. The scammer got scammed. Believe nothing that you hear and only half of what you see. All those African certificates over there look so scammy. Yeah, because they are. That one is. Well, I ain't going to say it's scammy, but he used it for scamming. He just think people are dumb. I wondered how long after T3 and me got arrested did he move to Tanzania. Well, I should know by next week, Renee. I'll let you know by next week. Okay? Hopefully somebody will find the case because look, Tim Ford Jr., I didn't look for that case. Somebody sent it to me. That's how tired people are of you. And what you and your wife, I don't even know if that's your wife, you and your girlfriend have been doing. Because on the papers, y'all got 2 different names. So, please don't be upset with me. I'm just reporting the facts. That's all I'm doing. Email me. You can email me your comment. I'll read it and I might even make a video. But we're not done, sir. I have so much more. So much more. So much more. No, he's not an ambassador. It's a lie. Just like he said he didn't have any court cases, and I showed you he's objecting to the court case. I thought you didn't have a court case. If you don't have a court case, how are you objecting? There's a lady in my comment section on my channel who's saying she's suing him in court. I thought you didn't have court cases, sir. We're only presenting the facts. That's all we do on this channel. We just present the facts. We let the truth speak for itself. Kiki is on one tonight. You don't scam the elderly and disabled people, and they write and tell me about it, and you think I'm going to let you go. I've only just begun. I've only just begun. No wonder the AU didn't respond. You're not even an ambassador. Poor AU people. I'm writing them, I'm adding them, and you're not even one of their people. I knew it though. I knew you weren't a public servant. Public servants don't behave the way they do. Public servants don't have scamming allegations, people. They can't. They cannot. An ambassador is a public servant. Your character is so important when you are a public servant. You cannot have bad character. You can't. You cannot. And they check. One thing about scammers is they always think they're smarter than everyone else. He did. He thought we weren't gonna, he thought we couldn't figure, he thought we couldn't put this together. The graduation cap, embarrassing. Right. A graduation cap. Mm-hmm. This and a robe. He had on a robe and everything. It looks like all these YouTube land sellers are all coming from a criminal background and running to off Africa to do a new scam of selling fake dreams. Yep, to our people. That's exactly what they're doing. I told you, sweet dreams are made of this. Who is Kiki to disagree? Who is Kiki Loves Nigeria to disagree with this sweet dream that lets me be used, that lets me be abused? Because some people want to be used. Some people want to be abused, and that's okay. But for those who don't, that's what this channel is for. For those who don't, that's what this channel is for. Thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you. He probably doesn't even know what a simulation means. He probably don't, honey. Well, you get people being witches and doing witch. Well, you got people being witches and doing witch. Yeah, you do. I believe that Tim talked about that road rage situation good on one of his videos and how he used to listen to trap music. Oh, that made him do it. Oh, that made him feel it was okay to pull his gun out. But he said now he's changed. Oh, really? Really? So you think by just trap music is going to... I listen to Tupac Shakur. I love West Coast rap. I love Kendrick Lamar. I grew up on that. They're my friends, the West Coast rappers. But do I live like the West Coast rappers? No. Do I act like the West Coast rappers? No. So that's no excuse. We all grew up to some type of artist, some type of influence. It's about what you want to do. He want to walk around with a GUN. He want to do that. And just because he stopped doing it, but it's not the GUN that's the issue. It's your personality that says, if somebody does something I don't like, I'm going to turn to violence. That's the real issue. Yeah, they make BAG look legit, honey. They sure do. They came in 2000, arrest in 2019 due to COVID. Was there a court date? Nope, I don't know it. I'm sure there was. Because, the police did all that. So, when the police charge you, there's a court date. The police went to his house, arrested him, everything. So, there was a court date. But the person, who you are, who sent it to me, please keep looking to see if you can find any follow-up, or any of y'all, please try to find a follow-up. It's probably on edited photo anyway. Why are they looking in different directions? Oh, that's true. smoke and mirrors. They also showed a house they built, the outside. I had no idea how the inside looked until Kiki showed us. That's how the inside looked. It's crazy how YouTube Mark and the Mark behind the closed door are two totally different people. Yeah, y'all see how he was talking to Mr. Gray? I can't believe he was talking to that man like that. I couldn't believe it. Ambassador for criminality, exactly. Jamaican African travels. I think that's the man we talking about next week, y'all. I think that's him. I think he's gonna be. I think his video is another receipt video because they've been trying to get this message out. They've been trying and trying and trying and trying. But YouTube will only put you so far if you. It depends on your subscribers. Okay. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that like it's factually, but the more subscribers you have, the bigger your channel. The bigger your channel is, the chances of more people seeing it is greater. So I think that's why a lot of people didn't see this, but a lot of people did see. Over 1,000 people saw it, so over 1,000 people knew. But I don't know whether they believed him or not. But I believe this. I believe that's him, and we're going to talk about him next week. Oh, please, Kiki, no more tea. Oh no, I got a lot. In his response video, he claimed to be in real estate, but you don't need a real estate license to be a wholesaler. They just find property and then charge finder fees for buyers who are in the closing costs. And that's probably what he is. He's not a real estate agent. I don't believe this man is a real estate agent. I don't believe that, because you got to have a background check for that too. Everything requires a background check when you taking people's money. So he probably is doing something like that, because he was talking about, I'm going to cold call 200 people today. I'm going to do this today. You making all these videos, but you ain't doing it. Professionals do. You don't see me at work making videos. You don't see that. From 5 o'clock to about 5 o'clock that evening, 6 o'clock that evening, we ain't going to hear from her. And if we hear from her, it may be a little bit on her break. She may shoot in on her break for a minute, but then she back out. Because professionals are not walking around their job with a camera, a YouTube camera. They're just not doing that. I saw the woman on YouTube one day and thought that was her son, not her boyfriend. No, honey, that's her boyfriend. I thought I was looking at her son. Disgusting. Honey, that's her boyfriend. That's who she moved to Ghana to be with. And now she's selling y'all land. Because she's slowly running out of money. Because she got to support him. So now all of a sudden, she's a land seller and she's got clients. Yeah, her and her boyfriend are selling land. Both of them. To the repat community. Yes. Because what did O'Shea say? She got to pay this dude. Y'all know she got to pay him. So when y'all sending this money to her, buying land for her, y'all are, which you're not buying it. When you're leasing, enter into this contract with them, you are paying for that woman to support that 20-year-old. And you see how nasty and disgusting this woman is. She is on YouTube with no bra on and udders everywhere. Or is it udders? Udders everywhere. That's disgusting. You can see the udders through the top, through the dress. So she walking, and the little boy was filming her. Their tails is hot. You need a water hose to cool them off, okay? And that's sad, to be an old woman with a hot tail. That's sad. That is so sad. But that's the truth. And they need to pay these boys. They got to pay them. So now I'm going to sell land so I can support my 20 something. And y'all, He had to be a minor. He was a minor for real when she started talking to him. I showed y'all the picture. I showed y'all the picture. She been talking to this little boy for a long time online. And now she wants y'all, make y'all believe, oh, I just decided to go to Ghana. My ancestors called me to Ghana to build a house and to sell y'all land. No, no, no. She went to Ghana to be with a 20-something-year-old boy. She sold everything she had. He don't have no income. She don't have no income except the income y'all send them. And y'all think I'm not going to be on her? I'm on her too. They have to fleece a lot of them. I can't see this. Hold on. They have to fleece. A lot of them go with good intentions. But Africa is so crooked and scammy that they end up doing that, doing what the Romans do to survive, since that's how everyone else there does it. But no. That's just like the lady Journey wrote me talking about, well, people are still going to buy land, whether y'all talk about it or not. They still going to get scammed. But so what does that mean? Don't talk about it? So what does that mean? Don't do nothing about it? I don't get that. When people say that, I don't get that at all. Everybody does it, so it's okay. But that's the fraud triangle. The fraud triangle, what did it say? Motive, opportunity, and rationalization. What's the rationalization? Everybody does it. What's the motivation? They're broke. Is it an opportunity? Sell land to the repats. Yep. What's the rationalization? Everybody does it. I didn't make up the fraud triangle. I told y'all who made it up. 3 men made it up, and my name is not on there. And furthermore, I am not a man. Oh, yeah, somebody is outside. You're right. Because a lot of kids are moving into this neighborhood, families with little kids, and she don't like that. And they was outside making all that noise, and she must don't like them either. If she sense their energy is bad, because now you should see her. She right out that window with her ears up, looking from side to side. Yeah, she didn't like that. Because this neighborhood is normally quiet, but, people are moving. Thank you for Legal Bomb. Thank you for the Snoop super chat. Thank you for exposing unethical real estate practices. Many of us are still, I know you are, eager to return. I appreciate your content, beautiful. Oh, thank you. And you know what? I know you are. That's why I'm looking out for y'all. Because I know y'all are. Because even when I was, my mom was here, she never wanted me to go to Africa. She could not stand it. But she would always say, I know you want to go, and I just pray you have a good time and you be safe. She always supported me, and that's what I want to do. I know y'all want to go there. I know y'all want to do things there. So the least I can do is try to support y'all while y'all do it. Yeah, August 7th through the 23rd, no deed. No deed. Siobhan said Pastor Dusty married them. Oh, did she? So she married? Okay. Who is Pastor Dusty, y'all? Who is Pastor? Oh, God, that said Darby. I couldn't see that. Who is Darby? We don't know who that is. Who is he? They have a video of Pastor Darby marrying them. I believe they are married. Maybe they kept their own. Maybe they did. Who cares? I could care less for real. I just said that. I could care less if she married or she ain't married. It don't make me no never mad. What I care about is you scamming these people. And what I care about is why are you taking Cash App under Siobhan fraud? That's how you know these people lying. But the court case says Siobhan Graves. 2 different names. How you a business person doing business in 2 different names? One of them is fraudulent. Unless you do business as somebody else. Uh, Spearman and I wonder why Kiki says shh to her security. Oh, I know. I know, y'all. I do. I need to. Because she don't bark like that. Because I be on YouTube and I know I don't want the barking, but you right. She because she don't bark like that. If she sees something, she barking because she sees something. And she didn't like that. And they was making these when y'all saw me kept looking over there, they was making these noises. You got witches, ambassadors, scammers, chiefs, and princesses. More integrity in having titles. Yeah, yeah, they just make up these titles, y'all. They just make up these titles. That's just what they do. They just make them up. You look at the school, the teacher, Max, what? You look at the school, the teacher, Max Maxwell, was a bunch of people talking about he was a scammer too. Well, if he a scammer, he ain't gonna be a teacher for long, honey. Because they do serious background checks on you. At least in Ohio, they do. They do FBI and Ohio Bureau of Investigation. You ain't getting away with nothing. Anyone can drive for dollars. He talked about doing that. He sure did. No real estate does that. That's a wholesaler. That's what I was saying, y'all, when he was doing all that. I'm like, I don't know no real estate people who do that. And that's why I said he ain't no real estate. Real estate people don't do that. They don't do that. Oh, team member. Thank you, sweetie. 5 super chat ever. Oh, first super chat ever. Oh, thank you, team member. That was nice of you. And we be on here giving you a hard time. You must like it because you come back for more. Happy paddle time. I get the impression that he was a scammer. He is trying to get back what he lost. Team members saw the light. Heavy pedal time. Cat acting crazy and dog barking. Best to check to be more aware. Yeah, oh, you right. Oh, you right. Namaste. You see what I mean? You see how y'all, those two things, that's how we look over it. We look over, it's just like that. The cat, oh, she don't come over here acting crazy like that around me, but she was. And then the dog looking out the window, he barking, she barking, and I heard her. Yeah, you right. Oh, you right. Kiki is deep frying that ASS. Mm-hmm. And I ain't done yet. Namaste. I think the dog was commenting on the line. Exactly, London lady. There was a lot of people on YouTube teaching on how to do that 5-7 years ago. Oh, wow. Oh, are you serious? Wow. Blessings. And, okay. Oh, you're talking to Brother Robert. The Black community really needs to increase their financial literacy. Yes, we do, and education. If that occurs, these people will fall. If that occurs, these people will not fall victims to scamming. No, they won't. Right, we do. Because this was just, these people, you should have never been dealing with these people. Oh no, not Cash App. Lord have mercy. Yes. What business takes money on Cash App? None. Like O'Shea said, that's a sign right there. There's a scam going on. There's a great possibility you're going to be scammed because they're using Cash App. You know how hard it is to get your money back from Cash App? This person says, Kiki, have you seen Blacks at 1-3 year scam for $160? It's blatant financial fraud. Is Blacksit a financial institution. No, she's not. And Miss Blackson shouldn't be doing that either. She shouldn't be doing that either, especially at all she done been through. But see, maybe like y'all said, they don't have no money, so they turn to that. Miss Blackson made a lot of money, I heard, off of that. I get angry and sad hearing these things. I know, T&K. So I know. Didn't we learn from another YouTube shenanigans that Tanzania and U.S. have an extradition agreement? T3 and Scam Me better be waiting. O'Shea call them T3 and Flee. Y'all done started calling them T3 and Scam Me. Oh my God. Wow. Things will never be the same for you guys. Wow. All we're doing, people, T3 and me, we're telling you our perception of you after watching these videos. After watching what people are saying about you. Again, I'm not saying this. People you've done business with are saying these things about their business experience with you. Business and personal. Yeah, he might be. Mark seems on the ADHD spectrum. Yep, hyper-focused and then distracted easily by a topic. Yep, I work with you. Oh, honey, I do too. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, you see why I be missing in action during the week. Yes. I saw a video that showed the outside of the house scams. Yep, theft by deception. The operation looks like I Am Mara setup. Yeah, they all doing the same thing. Lou Major Institute of Scamming. All right, y'all, we are about to get out of here. We've been on here for 3.5 hours. Almost 3.5 hours. Wicked people. The Jamaican man seems genuine. He does. The Jamaican man is married. Yeah, he is. So the Jamaican man, not the Jamaican man, right? He was married. So you accusing, just think, this is an elderly lady. So you're accusing me of messing with this lady's husband on top of sleeping with this man. It was horrible, the things they said about her. But I'm going to play you the video next week so you can hear it for yourself. It takes too much energy to do that wickedness. Yes, it does. So y'all, we're going to be on here. And like O'Shea Duke Jackson says, we're going to be back at it again. Yes, we are. Kiki, how the elderly are doing now. Well, now T3 and me have a price to pay. Yeah, she's not. They're not doing well. They're not. How could they be? That was her retirement money. This has been too much. It is. They would have to come off my money or my house. That's what the court ordered them to do. Well, not the court. So they went to these village people. You know how the village elders in Africa, you go to the village elders when you got a problem. They went to the village elders. The village elders told them that. Give her the money or give her the house. She don't even have access to the non-completed house. Kiki coming up with the receipts. Don't forget to hit the like button. And don't forget to subscribe so y'all won't miss when I drop these videos, because I'm dropping videos with these receipts. So you can go back and look and slow them down, rewind them, show them to T3 and me, all of that. Please invite T3 and me to your show. I would prefer to hear both. Go to their channel and hear it on their channel. But one thing you will not ever do is disrespect me and lie on me, and then think I'm going to invite you to my house. I don't play with devils. I don't wallow with witches, wannabe witches. Go to their channel. They've defended these allegations on their channel. I wish I would sit down and talk to the devil. I gave them a chance last week. They wanted to come on here and act a fool. Act a fool. A total disrespectful fool. And you think I'm going to let them come back on here? You must think I'm a fool. Go to their channel. He's nothing but a scammer. It's like the kids program, not a real ambassador or anything. And you think I'm going to let him come back on here? He been lying about being an ambassador. He ain't nothing. He ain't no real estate agent. Real estate agents don't act like that. In my humble opinion, if you're a real estate agent, produce your document. I can produce my teaching certificate. I can show where I'm licensed by the state of Ohio to teach. I can show you my double masters. I can show you both of them. I can show you all 4 of my college degrees. All 4 of them. And my license to teach in the state of Ohio. What about you? What about you? What about you? They're also doing the race hustle scam. A lot of what the heck is a race hustle scam, y'all? But y'all, let me get these. We're trying to get off of here for real. I'm trying to get all the way off of here. Yeah, all the way off of here. All these scamming videos, the same, the same unfinished landscape. Wow, Kiki, you did a great job. You convinced me. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry about your friend. No, I know you really like that dude. I'm sorry. But you know, if I talk about him, Brother Robert, you know, only reason I'm going to talk about him is if it's true. Service worker, why aren't they getting deported? That's what I want to know. Why aren't they getting deported? They're going through the court process right now. You're reporting facts. Pastor Darby married them. Who cares? We don't care. I'm sorry I even said that. If y'all gonna fixate on that, I could care less if they're married. What I care about is, what did you do with these people's money, honey? Where they money at? Where's the things you promised them you were gonna do that you didn't do? Bye, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Look, I said see y'all tomorrow. T and K, I understand. Okay, she's talking to T and K. So, public service don't dress. No, they don't dress like that. No, they don't. They don't. I'm telling y'all, because it's so strict. You have to be a certain type of way, or you get in trouble. You get in trouble for that. So no, I know that dude ain't what he said he was. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings to you guys. Also, we will be see, here you go with the jealous stuff. Just like they was trying to say, oh, old bitter women, lonely, wish a man. You don't know nothing about me or my life or my relationships. But you ain't no fool. You can clearly look at me and know that woman got somebody checking on her. So you can sit up and tell yourself that lie that I'm jealous of what? A herbalist? I don't think so. I got a double master's. I'm not jealous of nobody. Ain't a woman walking I'm jealous of. That's the lie. See, that's another thing they always want to say. You're jealous of his wife. For what? What exactly are we jealous of? That lost look she always have on her face? Like, I wonder if we getting busted this week. I wonder if we getting busted this week. I know they coming for us. I know they coming for us. We've been playing with the Most High for so long. I wonder if we going to get caught this week. I wonder if we going to get caught this week. Am I jealous of that? And I was speaking English much better than them. Their English lets me know they don't have high levels of education. So who's jealous? And you don't know what I am. You don't know what people are, especially me. You don't know what I have. Tim Ford. Regarding Tim's response to it, why would he think anyone is exactly of his marriage to Siobhan or jealous of her? Period. Exactly. Just childish. Exactly. That's what I said. Jealous of her, and then want to say, "Oh, you just want somebody? You mad because you ain't got no man to treat you? What? Oh, honey, goodbye. You know you lying. You know you lying. You when that was coming out your mouth, you knew you was telling a lie. You knew you was telling a lie. You know I ain't jealous of that woman. I ain't got a reason to be jealous of none of them, and you know it. Uh, you have to take a real estate class, then yes, a state exam. You do. He went to a weekend seminar on how to get rich. He did. I believe it. He looked like he was at one of them seminars. You know them seminars where they have it in a hotel? Nobody wants to interview a rapper in the heartland selling trees and dirt. Exactly. He ain't coming over here. Please go on his channel. Go watch them lies over there, okay? Because we sure ain't watching them over here. Goodbye. Yeah, who hates a criminal? Okay. Yeah, I know I'm getting sleepy. It's hitting me hard now. It's like, come on, girl. Let me try to get to these last ones. That's right. Siobhan's eyes shift in her video. She lies. She's truly evil. Yes, and she know her time. She know her time is coming. And she's wondering if this Kiki Loves Nigeria is the person we've been warned about. Is she the person that they've warned? Because I know they told her. I know either the spirit she worshipped done told her, or either somebody done told her, your time will be up soon. Your time will be, because she looked too worried. Like, oh God, do they know yet? Do they know yet? Do they know yet? Yeah, we know. We know everything. And there's more to come. It's over, baby. It's over. It's over. Yep, ignorant people always pull the jealous card. Yep, it's over, little girl. It's over. It is over. Y'all free ride off of the elderly and the disabled. It's over. Y'all scaring people, telling them your wife is a witch. Like I told Cynthia when they wanted to pull that witch stuff on me. You know what I told her? I said, Cynthia, when I get done with you, you're gonna be wondering which witch is which. And that's what I gotta say to you and your wife, who got these people thinking she's a witch, got these people scared. When I get done with you, you're gonna be wondering which is which. You better go pray to your gods and ask about me. Just like I told Daniel. You better go pray to that lesser God you serve, and you better ask about me. And please don't try to be foolish and try to put none of your little witchy witch wannabe witch spells on me. Please don't try that. Because that will backfire all in your face. Ask Black Acres of the Gambia. Now I'm done for the night. Yeah. Which is which? Since y'all want to play witches and like to scare it, because y'all know how we feel about witches in our community. Y'all know we spiritual people. Y'all know witches is the devil. That's like saying I'm the devil. She got some kind of, she ain't got no power. She ain't got nothing. Everything comes from God. The God of Moses, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, the real God. Everything comes from him. You think that God is giving her power to do something? He ain't giving her nothing. He gave her a warning to tell them their time is up. Now we're done for the night. We don't know where he's hiding, but we're done for the night. No, she don't have no power. None of them have no power, y'all. None of them. Don't let her scare you with her witchy witch, with her witchy witch potions and her witchy witch ways and her witchy witch words. Don't let her scare you. She can't do nothing without God. And I'm talking about the real God. She can't do nothing. And he gives her no power or no authority, because she is not his. Neither is Tim Ford, neither is Mark. They do not belong to God. So they can't do nothing but take this licking and suffer the repercussions, because you don't do God's people the way you've done them. You don't do that. And then think you're going to live and tell the tale, think you're going to enjoy this money. Now, Mama K back here in the United States, who knows how she doing? Who knows where she is? That's all I have for you guys tonight. Again, I'll make Mr. Oral Gray's video so you guys can check out that receipts video. The other video is already out. It's already up. And I'll be having more receipts video coming soon. All right? Because ain't nobody got to lie. Love y'all.